Hello and happy Halloween from PeopleQuest here. We have a very special presentation tonight. We are doing a one-shot set in the Walking Dead universe using the new Walking Dead tabletop system, which is actually not even released yet. I actually got the email from Kickstarter today that we'll be getting our physical products by the end of November. So we've got most of the PeopleQuest crew here. Psychic is not able to make it. And Kat is with us in voice only because her camera flooded. But we're here. Just imagine this little dark spot in the bottom right is where Kat would be. Okay.
She's a walker.
She's the
brains
coming up. So just a quick introduction. This is a D6 system. So if you haven't played that before, it's very similar to like Alien, other Free League games. We are going to be using Roll20, and I'll try to explain the rules as best as I can as we go. I've got a pretty good grasp on them, I think. If any rules lawyers out there, if I mess something up, let it go. All right, just have fun. Happy Halloween, everybody, okay? It's just gonna be a fun time.
I just want to point out that I am the only one of this group that has not played the Walking Dead system, so...
Oh, no, I'm right here with you. I haven't played it either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're going to be here.
I played the Alien system, which is the
similar.
same system.
It's pretty similar, yeah. No, Fishy wasn't there. It was I did have Ace though, so we'll see how this goes.
You sure did.
Let me. I had Psychic too. I really Psychic. If we ever do this again, I hope to see you here because I enjoyed the hell out of playing this with you before. That was all in-streamed. So. Let me set the mood for where we're going to be hanging out this afternoon. Welcome to the town of Willowbrook. This is a very small town in northern Georgia where most people have finally kind of gathered and settled down. We're a couple years... Yeah, of course we're in Georgia. It's The Walking Dead. Everything kind of starts in Atlanta. Not getting too far away from it. It's been a couple years since everything went to shit. As you can see, this is kind of the map of what's left of the town of Willowbrook, named such because of the giant willow that sits outside of the town. There are others, one that's kind of in the middle of the town there. There wasn't actually a nice willow I could use on Incarnate, so use your imaginations. But the people here have made their lives and live in relative peace. They usually don't have many conflicts, with a very recent exception of some marauders, somebody that was trying to get into their settlement, which ended up damaging a large portion of their northern wall and a lookout tower they had right outside there. You can see that at the top of the map. The wall is currently still damaged, and the townsfolk have basically just put boulders and any large debris they could to patch it up until they could get some actual, lumber and repair it. Seems to be holding, though. You've not had any breaches. Now, we are preparing for our Halloween festival. This is something that they put on every year to help liven the spirits, especially for the young ones. And thanks to our good farmer friend, they always have plenty of pumpkins in which to go around. Giant pumpkins, by the way. He's very good at growing large pumpkins, which they use to carve intricate jack-o'-lanterns every single year. It is on this night that we will be having our game here. So before we get started, I would like everyone to just kind of introduce themselves. I'm going to go down as you appear on the stream. So, PeopleQuest Grunthor, you go first. Tell us about your character, kind of who they are, their backstory, and as much as you want to tell us.
Also what they look like.
That's probably important too. Otherwise, they just look like you. So if they look different, you got to tell us.
Well, my name's Luke. I'm a farmer. I got my chicken here. It's my favorite chicken.
Sorry.
I love my chicken. Her name's Bertha. Provides us eggs. Everyone loves it.
Kat is losing her mind.
I wish we could see her.
It sounds like Sling Blade.
Luke, is it? Okay.
To you later, Mayor Becca.
Yeah, you're last. You hold your tongue.
I do have a big bushy beard. I grow corn in the field, as you can see. I do have a son. He'll introduce himself in a little bit. Got our trusty old dog, Sonny.
Sonny.
My wife. She's no longer with us. She turned Zeke, and damn the Lord took my woman. Yeah, I carry my favorite axe around, to defend my family. That's all I care about. These other people, they have their uses, but that's it.
This is literally my uncle.
Luke, as he mentioned, has a son. And that son would be our good friend Ace. Would you like to tell us about your character you'll be playing tonight?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to do an accent yet, but Joe is a 12-year-old boy. He wears like padded football armor at his father's behest. And he has a dog named Sonny, who is his Rottweiler who he raised. He carries around a pistol on a little carrier thing that his father also gave him. He's relatively lanky. He's a relatively lanky 12-year-old. He has like tan-ish skin, textured hair that's kind of like tied back currently, lighter eyes, a bit of a thinning mustache starting to grow, and he's very upset. He's very upset it's not a beard like his dad's.
My boy's getting big.
And all things considered, even though he basically looks like his dad if his dad was like younger, skinnier, and biracial.
Okay.
But like if you put the two side by side, it would be very easy to tell that they are related. Although his disposition is a lot less cheery, and he takes this whole zombie thing much more seriously than most children should.
Sure. And for him, I mean, this has been the majority of his young life. Like, he didn't really have a lot of experience beforehand. So, probably a little bit more well-adjusted than some of the adults also. Moving on, I believe I know this one. It's Augustus? Yeah, I remembered one. There you go.
Oh,
Luke.
yeah.
Sorry. Luke, what's your name as the kid? Not Sonny. Sonny's the dog. What was your name again? Ace.
Oh, Joe. Well,
Joey.
Joseph, but everyone calls him Joey or Joe.
Gotcha. Luke, Joey, Augustus.
Augustus, very original. He's in his late 20s. He has very, very thin brown hair, very clean face, almost militaristic. He's a survivalist. He carries around a pistol and a spear, and you can always see him sipping off a bottle of his homemade moonshine that he's been working on. He walks around with a little bit of a limp.
Okay. A little bit of a limp. And then we have our illustrious mayor, correct. Would you like to introduce yourself, Madam Mayor?
Sure. Is my mic on?
Yep, we got you.
Yep.
I can't tell. Sorry, I literally I can't tell. It doesn't light up, so I don't know. So I'm Rebecca. I'm like a lady never tells her age, but like late 30s, early 40, like that kind of indistinguishable, like could be somewhere anywhere in there, and she's not going to make it any clearer for you, so don't ask. Very much like kind of the upstate, like long sleeve t-shirt with with like a puffy vest, jeans, like boots that have been worn in a lot, hair is up in a bun, there's some like gray streaks in there with the brown eyes, kind of like sort of like knows everybody's name. She's been like when they were founding Willowbrook, like she was there's all like, like when you're working on like a group project, like there's always like a little bit of inertia, like where people are like, well, we know we should do something, but we don't quite know what to do. And then like there's that like one person who's like, okay, you are going to go do this, you are going to do that. That was Rebecca. And she's just kind of stayed in that role ever since. So that's just sort of like where like it's not really like a voted in role. It's just like Rebecca's the adult of the group, so she's just going to continue to be the adult, so it's fine. And she's fine with that, so that's just kind of how it's been.
And
so that's
there
Rebecca.
was officially about a year ago a ceremony where they dubbed you mayor. They made it official about a year ago. It was one of those things, like you said, it wasn't a vote. It's just, well, she's doing it already. So, ceremonial, pretty much. Didn't really do anything for you. Didn't really give you access to any other power over the small settlement that you have. Now, with that, there are a couple other town people here with you, but a lot of them recently were killed, unfortunately, in the attack on your gate. All of them were buried, taken care of. As you know, at this point into the outbreak, you know how to take care of the body. You know that everyone who dies comes back regardless of how they died. So you made sure that that wasn't going to happen, and then gave them a proper burial by the church. Among those, there are some that were still missing. Some bodies that were unaccounted for that you didn't actually get to bury. One of those was James, a scientist who had worked here for quite some time. We miss you, Psychic, but you're missing. Now, because of this, obviously, people are kind of down, right? You've suffered some casualties. You haven't really had anything like that happen in a while. So people are really looking forward to this festival. People are really excited. There's not very many kids here. There's actually only like 4, including you. So, but they're all running around various ages, 8 to 15, whether you consider that a kid or not. But yeah, so preparations are underway. It is actually almost time for it. Dusk is settling. It always starts after night, because that way you can light up all the pumpkins. And in the center of the town there's a well where they put together a big bonfire, the biggest pumpkin that Luke has been able to harvest for the year, and has been carved into this beautiful jack-o'-lantern. There's a couple different stalls that are set up, just some haphazard tents, and people have started making apple cider, again, courtesy of Luke's Farms. Is that what's your farm's name? Did you give it a name?
I did not, but Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, nice. Martha's Vineyard. Was that your wife's name?
Yes, it was Martha.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Why did you say that name? Anyway.
I don't say Martha!
Anyway, so yeah, dusk has fallen. Night will soon be upon you. What are you all doing? It's actually a relatively quiet night, and the excitement's kind of buzzing around town.
Joe, quick question. Can we stand on the wall, or is it just like a regular like wooden wall that's like thin?
The wall is high. It's been built to be... There are some places to climb up, especially at the lower gate there, where the road comes in. There are some raised platforms so people can keep watch and things like that. The wall itself, though, is at least a story high. So it's a pretty big wall, because not only do you want to keep things out, the decision was made that it's best not to really see what's out there, if possible, too, just because it is a little unsettling.
Hashtag morale. Yeah,
Sure.
If that's the case, then Joe, without being told to, is walking around the wall, keeping watch, with Sunny right behind him.
Okay. Let's kick this off with our first roll. What do you say? Go
Don't
ahead
like
and
that.
give me... Go ahead and give me a scout roll. Why not?
Okay. Let's see. Pull up the sheet. What do I have in Scout? Oh, I have
So
5. Nice.
The way that
Okay.
we're going to do this, so just for everyone who's watching who doesn't know, Scout would be a wit skill. So you add your wits and your Scout together. The way that we're going to be doing it on stream is we're going to be rolling all of them and the stress die, which will come into play later, together, and the stress die will always be the last ones. So say you have 2 stress, we'll roll those additional die, and then the last 2 dice that pop up are going to be the stress die. That's how we're going to just keep track of what the difference is. So,
All right, so let's see. Yikes! I got a 2, 1, 2, 4, and a 6.
6. That's a success, though. As you're kind of walking around, checking for just anything out of the ordinary, anything that is, as you get close to the part of the wall that's kind of broken, you do start to hear just kind of on the other side, just very faint, just the. But it's a normal noise that you've heard. It does sound like there might be 1, 2, just kind of milling about out there, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
But they do seem close. They do seem close to the fence.
Yeah. He doesn't like that, so he immediately, for most likely the 4th time today, is going to run to the mayor to tell her.
Okay. Pretty easy to find her. She's at the center of the town, just kind of overseeing the last of the festivities, getting everything set up. As you run up to her, what do you say?
Mayor, they're closer than last time. Are you sure you don't want me to set up a barricade?
She's kind of. What would I be looking at?
In the center of the town, probably just directing people, making sure everything's set up, make sure the kids are, going to have the entertainment they need, and basically just last minute. This has to go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
That morale is down. This festival needs to be perfect.
Okay.
And I'm sure it will be.
Yeah. Nothing could go wrong. I feel I don't feel stressed at all. So she's having kind of like one of those like where it's like, yes, honey, I'm listening, but she's not listening. Like she's just like directing. Like, no, I don't think it's a good idea for you to go outside the wall. I hear you. But so why don't we have some like really great stuff for the kids? So why don't you like wash up and get ready for the festival? Like we should be nearly done, and you can bring the dog, you can bring your dad. We're gonna have it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. You can take your mind off of the noises outside. I'm sure it's fine. We have people on the wall.
I think I'm just gonna keep guard with the other adults.
I don't think that's a kid job. I think that's a grown-up job. And I think
exactly
that
my thoughts.
Yeah, but you're not a grown-up. Like you need to let you need to be a kid every now and then.
What you say that he's looking at you like he can't, the way that you're thinking, I can't believe we're having this conversation. It's very clear he's thinking, I can't believe we're having this conversation.
It's about this time Luke shows up carrying a big 2 actually under his arms, just more apples. Because they've actually set up a bobbing for apples thing kind of off to the side. So he's got these nice, just this huge helping of apples. And then, probably some corn in the other one, trying to maybe make some popcorn or something.
Joe would immediately run to go help grab the apples from his dad, the obviously heavier of the 2.
Okay.
Thanks, son. Mayor Ward, where do you want the corn?
The popcorn, it can go over there. And she just kind of points.
All right. Shh, Bessie. Shh. And you see me with a cob of corn, and I'm like ripping off some of the kernels and sticking in my pocket.
As you're doing that, your eye kind of catches across the bonfire Augustus. who's already kind of just sitting there, enjoying a drink of something. I don't know. But your eyes kind of meet. Augustus, what are you doing?
Augustus, now knowing where Farmer Luke is, would like to get up and kind of just stroll around the town a little bit, and then go make his weekly visit to the farm and go gather a little bit of corn.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got my eye on you, Augustus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What in the Looney Tunes is about to happen?
Is it just the number next to stealth, or is it the stealth and agility?
It's the stealth and agility together.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. You always get the base attribute, and then in addition you get... So even if there's no number next to it, you still get the base attribute.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. She'll never roll less than 2. Okay. You manage to... as you watch him get distracted, you manage to sneak away, making your way over to the cornfields. I will need you to give me a mobility check.
Ooh, okay. Five again.
Yeah. I almost said, with disadvantage, but then I was like, that's not a thing. Okay. 6. So 6 is a success. You almost don't see it. But as you kind of get up close to where you've been visiting to borrow what you borrow, you see that there's this kind of elaborate, really well hidden just strings that are kind of attached to these kind of makeshift, like a can or something. It looks like a homemade alarm system. As you notice it, you don't trip it. It seems like Farmer Luke might be on to whoever is coming into here, or at least aware that something is happening.
All right. Guess I'm gonna need to start taking a little less every time now.
But you noticed it, so you're able to easily kind of step over. How much are you taking?
I'll just take my regular amount minus 1 less handful.
Okay.
Wait. So he's so Farmer Luke is bringing corn to the festival for everybody to eat.
Correct.
And you're going and stealing corn just for yourself rather than taking the corn that's meant for everybody?
Yeah, it's a pretty
Correct.
solid plan.
And the mayor doesn't know that.
Okay.
The mayor knowing that.
Yeah, no, this is Cat. This is just Cat trying to be on the same page. But
why he would want the corn, you're not sure, And I'm not telling you.
When we catch him, we're going to string him up.
Here's the thing, though. Specifically for the mayor to keep in mind in case it does come out. There is a very strict ration system to make sure that everyone gets an equal share, with a little bit more going towards the children. So someone skimming some for themselves, you'd probably not approve of.
You have had to force Joe to take extra on multiple occasions.
But Augustus,
that sounds
you
about
are
right.
able to get your corn and go away without tripping any of the alarms. Give me a scout roll.
No, but don't be mad at him. He has a problem.
How do I roll more than 5?
You can over on the right hand side. If you click that open, there is a advanced roller at the bottom.
Oh, nice.
You should be able to just / roll however number of dice, a D, and then what type of die, 6 or whatever. So, roll.
We don't use Roll20 for Kupo
D6.
Quest, so this is a little new for us.
You said it was Scout, right?
Yes.
Bam.
All right. As you're turning to go away, you kind of hear outside the fence, but the cornfield, especially where you go, are very close to the side of the fence there, because it's kind of more hidden from the rest of the camp. You hear the very familiar just... But Sounds like there's quite a few out there.
Oh shit! Quite a few, like 2, or quite a few, like 7.
About a few.
It's hard to see. You don't know.
Mm.
If you want to just take a guess, let's go for survival. Give me a survival roll.
All right. Survival. Well, that's even more.
Yeah. Don't have any
Damn.
stress yet. I'm being nice to you. Okay. It would be hard to estimate based on just sound, but at least a dozen.
Oh shit! All right.
Your group's
Are there any?
handled that many before, but it's been a while since you've seen that many kind of pass this way, so you're not really sure why.
Are there any pumpkins out here?
Oh yeah, there's still a couple. At this
All right,
point, some of them are starting to rot, but
All right, I'm gonna grab 2 pumpkins too, and head
okay.
out and go find the mayor. I'm gonna think
Okay.
to myself, right, this will be my alibi for why I was at the farm.
Easy enough to do. As you make your way back, Luke, you do notice him bringing 2 pumpkins with him as he comes back towards the center of town.
Well, what are you doing, them pumpkins? Them's mine.
Oh, yeah, I brought the pumpkins. We said we needed 2 more pumpkins. I thought.
I look over at the mayor. Mayor, you asked for some more. You could have asked me.
She is like racking her brains trying to be like, did I actually ask for it's like, did I actually ask for pumpkins? But it's like, I wouldn't ask for it's like, if I did need pumpkins, I would not ask Augustus.
Speaking of which, Mayor, when I was getting these pumpkins for you, I heard about a dozen walkers on the other side of the wall near the farm. I don't know if we should go take care of those before the festivities, but
Hey,
there's a
GM?
lot of them.
Do I happen to also see like any corn sticking out of his pockets?
Were you taking ears of corn, or how are you taking them?
That's a good question.
Were you
I
taking
assume I
them?
probably would have put them. I assume I probably would have shucked them in my bag.
Okay.
And I had carried an empty bag.
Okay. Give me. You know what? Let's do this anyway because it's fun, and there's nothing like good inter-party drama, right? Especially in a system like this. Let's see. That could be a scout roll. You're looking to try to see something. So I will give you a scout roll. +1. Because you already seem suspicious. All right. You don't see any corn per se, but you notice he had a bag, and it does seem fuller. You can't know what's in it, but it does look like maybe he picked something up since he left.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do anything about them walkers, but I heard about a dozen of them.
You immediately hear running from where all of the apples were, where it almost like a bike screeching. Joseph, he's like, you said about a dozen?
Yeah, over by the farm.
Augustus, what'd you do?
Rebecca's immediately going to point at Joe and be like, no. Like, you need to stay. And then she's going to look at Augustus and be like, Augustus, if you could get up on the wall and scout exactly where those walkers are, I would be appreciated after you drop the pumpkins.
All right, I'll go do that. I'm gonna walk off and go do that.
Okay. You're walking towards the front, basically, I guess, where that's the main access point to get up on the wall. Typically, there are at least 2 people on guard at all times. However, it seems like nobody's here. Probably because of the festivities. Maybe they just took off. And you are understaffed. I mean, you did lose quite a few people. But yeah, nobody's manning the gate at the moment.
Well, I guess since I'm already here, I'll stay here for a while.
Okay.
After I go get the count, of course.
As you climb up, give me one more scout roll.
One more scout roll. Let me double check how many that was.
Just so everybody knows, scout is essentially perception. So I'm going to make them roll that a lot. If you've watched Kupo Quest, I make them roll a lot of perception.
Oh, God. Good thing ones don't matter right now.
Ones don't matter yet. They're going to. Maybe, I don't know. You might have a relaxing evening. Who knows? As you climb up, every rung that you start climbing, you hear more and more just... When you get to the top, your breath catches a little bit. There's more than a dozen. There's coming up from the south. You see at least 20.
Oh, shit.
And that's coming up from kind of the south. There's some also that are on, I mean, if you look over to where you were looking towards the east, you see, your estimation was pretty good. There's about 10 over there. You can't see anything else. It is dark, so that's about as far as you can see. They seem to be coming in your general direction. As you're standing up here, you can kind of hear the mix of their growls with the liveliness of the festivities happening behind you. It's kind of blending into this weird kind of duology of total chaos and death with cheerful carefreeness happening inside. But this is also when it strikes you that the people are being rather loud.
All right.
So you got a count of about 30.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna go the long way and drop my supplies off at my house and go get my combat gear just in case.
Okay.
And then I'll go find the mayor and report that there was about 30 of them, and we are being a bit loud.
Mayor, give me just a straight wits.
Have maybe a bad confession. I didn't do my attributes.
Oh, everything should be in the thing I sent you. Was it the one I sent you should have it filled out, does it not?
No, it was blank.
Really? Okay.
That happened with me, and then I had to use a different PDF opener.
Yeah,
it
initially
was blank. Yeah, it initially was blank, and then I used a different PDF.
Oh,
opener that
okay.
the computer had, and then it was filled out.
I've been trying to fill this out.
Oh no, yeah, I did all the stats and everything for you. Try to open it with something else. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Okay. Oh no, it's okay. I didn't know, and I got it the other day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, that's blank. I'll work on that this weekend." And I didn't do it.
Sorry, I was not trying to be. Your wits are. Let me see.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, should be
I
3,
see it.
right?
Yes. Okay, so that means I roll and then I add a +3?
No, you just roll 3d6. So you roll
3d6.
You're looking for 6, that's a success.
Okay.
So yeah. Luke and Joey, you hear this too. Just kind of the general report. Did it roll? Okay.
8?
Rebecca. So basically the total doesn't matter. What we're just looking for is the actual individual rolls.
Damn it.
So a 6 is what you're looking for as far as you want a 6 to pop up on one of your dice. So that would be an unsuccessful.
I had a 5. I had a 5 and I had a 1. I had a 5 and I had a 1. So that's a 6.
Hearing this information, you immediately take one stress as you realize that there are things outside the gate, probably more than you might be prepared to handle for, and it's definitely going to affect the outcome of this festival. So yes, you take 1 stress point. So from now on, what that means is anytime you will roll 1 additional die. So if I ask you to make that same roll again, you would roll 4 instead of 3. So just keep track of your stress. And the way that's going to work on Roll20 is the last die you roll is going to be that stress die. That's important because if you get a 1 on the stress die, that's not what you don't want to see that. Okay. Also, if you get up to 2 stress, then you roll 2 additional and everything, and it'd be the last 2 dice that roll. So you now have 1 stress.
Cool.
So what do you do? No one else seems to know. It's a very small group.
Okay.
The 4 of you seem to be the only ones that have this information. And Augustus, I don't know about you, but I think Luke and Joey were probably unintended recipients of this information.
Yeah,
They
fuck it. Oh well.
overheard you. What do y'all want to do?
Well, I see Joey. I assume has all his gear on him, his pads and gun and Sonny, right?
Oh yeah, he refuses to take it off.
All right. I'm gonna say, Joey, why don't you stay here? I'm gonna run back to the farm. I gotta get my axe. Sounds like we might have some trouble.
All right, I'll keep the mayor safe.
Good boy. And I'm gonna head off.
Poor Rebecca.
Yeah. No, Rebecca's just like, I want you to keep yourself safe. Like, she is like, okay, she's like trying to think really, really quickly. So it's like me, Augustus, Luke, and Joe that know right now, right?
Right. It's just the 4 of you.
Okay. So she's going to look down at Joe and kind of like, is Joe like super tall, or is he like tall and gangly kid, or like?
He is gangly. I guess 12-year-olds can be pretty tall.
Yeah.
Tall.
Oh yeah.
I'll ask the question: Is Luke tall? Then yes, he's tall.
I mean, he's a big Southern, like
Yeah.
mountain
So
man type thing.
okay, so she's not going to like squat down to get on his level, but just kind of like look down towards it, like look at him and be like, okay, Joe, I have a very important job for you. Do you think you can do that for me?
I have been waiting so long for you to say those words to me.
Okay, what I want you to do is get the other kids and get the other parents, the ones that are doing the festivities, and I want you to tell them that I'm looking for words. That the person that is the quietest will get an extra pumpkin. Okay? And I want you to hang out with them and make sure, and if they get too loud, just tell them, like, just remind them to shh, and that we need to be quiet. Don't tell them about the walkers. Just hang out with them, stay with them, but just keep, while they're playing games, just make sure they don't get too loud.
All right, I can do that. You see, he does a specific whistle you guys have heard him do before, and you see Sonny immediately gets in like a attack position as he runs off and she follows.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Basically,
bet about 5
she's
minutes the
working
entire
now.
camp's gonna know.
What was that? 5? You gonna do what?
About 5 minutes until Joey tells the entire camp. I'll bet on it.
Fair enough. Okay. Luke, you said you were going to head back to your... okay. As you're going back, give me a scout roll.
Love that.
You get up towards your house, and you're walking up the front steps when you hear, off in the distance in the field, ding, 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 ding. Something's tripped your alarm.
Yeah, I knew it. It's probably Augustus. I'm going to double step it into to the house to grab my axe near the front door.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Once you do that, are you investigating or what are you doing?
Yep, I'm going to go straight to the field to take a look.
Okay. You going stealthy or are you just rushing? Like how are you approaching the field?
Kind of stealthy, so that I don't like. If it is Augustus, which is what my expectation is, that I can catch him red-handed.
So you don't. Okay. So go ahead and let's give me a stealth roll. You do not want to make yourself known.
I'm so stealthy. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Stomp,
Okay.
stomp, stomp.
So you can. This is one rule I think will come up now. I probably should have told you about this, Rebecca. You can push the roll. Now, what this means is that you get one additional reroll. You take a point of stress and then can reroll it. So what was your stealth 2? If you'd like to push because you didn't succeed, you can roll 3 with a stress die.
I trust that my eyes will be able to see like someone leaving, unless they're going around towards the wall, which wouldn't be the smartest thing. But
Okay. As you're sneaking in, kind of looking around, you think you're being quiet, but it's not. You're not being as quiet, I think, as you realize.
damn
Every
boots.
now and then, you'll hit some of the corn, and it'll knock to the side. You're getting to where you set the traps, and you can see that the wire that you put up does look like it's kind of been knocked down. As you kind of go around to see what's going on, you don't see it at first until a hand kind of shoots out and you hear as something grabs onto your leg. You look down, and for the first time in a long time, you see a walker that's kind of tangled up and it's tripped, and you didn't see it because it was kind of lying in your cornfield, kind of below eye level. You're looking for someone walking around. As this thing grabs your leg, you start to see flashes going through your mind of your wife, of the last time that you actually had to do something about this. And for just a moment, just a second, you're paralyzed until you look down and this thing has kind of grabbed you and it's trying to pull you towards it. What do you do? So in this situation, this is a single walker attack. You describe what you want to do. It doesn't have to be an attack. You can try to pull away, and then that'll determine what ability check we do in this situation.
Well, knowing it is a walker for sure.
Absolutely. There's
Okay.
no denying. You can see half of its face is kind of missing around here. One of its eyes is kind of hanging out of out of the socket. There's no doubt.
Tarnation. This part of the field's gonna need a re-sowing, but I'm going to just swing my axe right at its head.
Okay. Close combat.
So when I use my axe, is that bonus where it says +2? I add that to close combat.
Yes. So you do your close combat roll +2 if you're using the axe.
Plus
You do
your
take
strength, I believe.
1 point of stress because you do take a stress every time you have a walker attack against you. So
Oof.
yeah.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 1 stress. Okay.
Is that 10?
Oh, son of a!
Lovely.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You can push.
I am definitely going to push.
Go for it. So now you do.
Good
Oh,
point.
wait a minute. You can't push actually, because that last one's your stress die, and that's a 1. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
can I use my drive?
No, you have to use that beforehand because it gives you the additional
Oh,
2. And
oops.
the way that it works, even so, the stress die still came up a 1. That's not good. I need you
Oof.
to roll me a D. Jesus, this didn't take long. I need you to roll me a D. Let me make sure it's not a 666. I think it's a D66.
Martha, I'm coming home.
Maybe. I need you to roll me a D66.
So 66 or
So
66?
two D6s. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the way
Oh,
that it
my-
works, there's 2.
Roll
Yeah.
1d66. Okay.
I should have. I forgot that we all haven't played this before. A D66 is 2D6. But the order matters, right? Because it's going to the first dice is going to be the tens digit, and the second dice is going to be the ones digit. There's a D666, and these just kind of correlate with tables in the book. 13 essentially, so 1 3. I will say that's good.
Oh.
I will say it's an inverted table, so you got lucky there. So let's see what happens. Okay, let me just refer quickly to the Walker attack table. Okay. As you're pulling away, you swing down and you miss as this thing you're so distracted for a moment, just with the flashes of your wife and the stress of this. You do take an additional point of stress, so you will have that. As you start to just kind of chop down at this thing and you miss it, you pull it back up and bring it down again, and you don't hit the head, but you do manage to cut off one of its arms, and you kind of stumble backwards. The arm that was holding you, gripping you, kind of falls onto the ground. You fall backwards onto your ass and kind of scoot away. This thing's still alive, just kind of trying to crawl towards you, but unable to do so. You do get away from that walker attack. 13. That was a good roll on that table. So some of them you get away, some of them are not so great. So just for anyone who's not familiar with the system, it's a very deadly system by design. That literally could have been a player death, depending on that roll. Some of those deal damage, some of those just outright kill you. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, I mean, some of them just, that's it. So you want to avoid getting the walker attacks as much as possible. This thing is still alive, though, and it is tangled at the moment. It cannot get to you. The one thing kind of going through your mind is where the hell did this thing come from? And how is it getting in? Give me a
Well, I
scout roll.
definitely. Oh.
Sorry, you
and
can
then,
go ahead and say that.
well, okay, so I have 2 stress, right? Or is that 1 stress?
You have 2. So you had the
2.
1 from getting attacked, and then the roll that you got gave you an additional 1.
So now I'm rolling scout and then add the 2 dice, right? So
Right.
7 dice.
Right, and then the last 2 will be your stress die. I also really like that roll 20 highlights them for me. Like the 6s are green and the 1s.
Mhm.
Okay. So no success, but you don't have any 1s on the stress die. So we don't have to worry about anything super bad happening. You look around, you have no idea where these things could be coming from. Part of you is panicked, part of you is just your mind is racing. You don't really have a clue. But what do you do?
Well, how deep into the field is this zombie?
I would say,
Is this
Augustus,
walker?
how deep do you normally go in? I would say probably not that deep. Yeah?
Yeah, not too deep, no.
So
Probably
it's
like
more,
the 3rd row or so.
yeah, I'd say the 3rd row. On the north, kind of towards the northeast.
All right, I'm gonna see if there's a way I can hook my axe onto this thing without like spilling blood.
Okay.
Like maybe use it to hook some of the wiring
Okay.
and drag it out of the field.
Easy enough to do. Yeah, I won't make you even roll for that. As you kind of just dragging it out, and the whole time it's like it keeps swiping at you, kind of unsettling. But you manage to get it out of your cornfield. There is just this trail of just dark, gross kind of ichor that's coming out of the severed arm. And there's a part of you that cringes a little bit as it just goes across the rows of your, meticulously maintained cornfield. But eventually, yeah, you get it out, and it's just still kind of tied up. Its legs are all kind of bangled, and it has the one arm that keeps pulling itself around, trying to come towards you. But at this point, it's not really a threat.
I hope Augustus takes some of that corn. And I'm going to try my best to aim at the head
Okay.
and try and
Give me a
two-hand axe it.
close combat. I'll give you a +1 on it too, non-stress die.
So 12d6. The last two are stress dice.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom,
Jesus.
boom, boom, boom. It's easy. At this point, you've taken a moment to center yourself. One clean up, down, split. The thing immediately silences.
Taking a look around, I don't see any more or hear any more.
You do not.
Okay, I'm going to book it straight back to the mayor and the rest.
Okay. Before you do that, I just want to know, Joey, what are you doing? Are you following the mayor's orders? Or are you doing something else?
Yeah. He immediately goes to where everyone is gathered, and he steps up on a little soapbox. He says, "All right, everyone. So, the mayor actually has a special game that she wants all of us to play. She says that whoever can be the quietest for the longest before the festivity starts are going to get an extra pumpkin to take home. She told me that she told me that I'm going to be the judge, so I'm going to stick by. I'm going to be walking around and making sure that all of y'all are as quiet as possible."
And some of the kids, like the two youngest kids, are like 6 and 7. They're like, shh, shh. And they're getting louder and louder, shushing each other. Until
Now,
eventually the one that's 15 just kind of like hits one of them just really lightly on the back of the head, and it's like,
Now, if you really need to talk, try to whisper, because if I hear you, you won't be able to win. Yeah, and basically he's going to be walking around the group as if he is making sure they're all quiet.
okay. Decked out in your football uniform too, right? I kind of just like the image.
Yeah, he always wears it like a fucking dork.
Perfect. About pretty quick, 10 minutes after he runs off, Luke comes back. You would be somewhere else at the moment, Joey, but Mrs. Mayor, Augustus, you are there as Luke comes back, looking a little shaken, with splashes of blood kind of dotting his, I want to say overalls, but correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
You're wrong with only one strap, the other one's like kind of dangling.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Like a white undershirt that's got definite like beer stains kind of on.
No, it's brown.
Is it nice? Oh, it's brown. Okay. That way you can't see the beer stains. Smart. Yeah, so what do you say?
Because of the beer stains.
Okay. Rebecca is going to see the blood stained and just kind of like the eyebrows are going to like snap together, and she's going to kind of step to the side so she's in between Luke and the others, so they maybe don't see the blood stain. Okay. And she's going to like try to kind of keep the smile on her face, like, yeah, everything is fine, but really she's just like, what happened?
catching the clue that she's trying not to like alarm everyone.
Mhm.
And as much as I want to like shout out like Walkers, is there like a kind of like a control myself role? I don't see anything.
You're just trying to like calm yourself down or something.
Yeah, not to just yell it out.
You could. I could give you a manipulation roll on yourself,
All right.
or I mean, it might be less dice, or empathy, trying to use that part of your brain to overpower. Empathy would be less dice though. Don't forget your 2 stress die.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any manipulation, empathy. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have any manipulation anyway, so
okay.
it'd be straight
Just straight.
empathy.
Okay.
So 5d6. By the way, I forgot that part of my character is I cough every once in a while.
Okay. Okay. No, you that part of yourself is not able to control it, as you're a little panicked, to be honest, because this actually would be the first time they've ever actually gotten in.
Mayor Ward, Mayor Ward. There was just one of them Zeeks in my field. I just killed it.
From like a little bit away, because you were saying that rather excitedly loud. This other gentleman that Frank, kind of pops his head over. Wait, what'd you say? Something inside the walls?
Just possibly a drunk. It's all fine.
That ain't what I thought I heard him say. Give me a manipulation roll.
Yes, get into your politics bag, sis.
Don't forget that you have a stress.
So I do 4d6.
So what's your manipulation?
3?
Did it say manipulation as a 3 next to it? Right?
Yeah.
What's the empathy have next to it?
5?
Okay, so you add those together. So it's 8
So
plus
9.
1. So you do 9.
Hey!
You always get the attribute, and then an addition, but so the top line's an attribute. The 3 lines below that are skills, so you always add the attribute plus the specific skill, and then the stress. So that would be 9. Last one being the stress die. Would you like to push?
My stress is 5.
Yep. So you did not succeed.
Is that bad?
No, the only thing the stress matters, the stress gives you an extra opportunity to succeed, because successes count. But if you get a 1 on the stress die, usually something bad happens. So in this case, you did not succeed. You can push, re-roll it again with 2 stress die.
I guess I will push. So it would be 10?
10.
Oh,
Is there
Lord.
something faster than just typing roll 10d6?
Probably just manually putting it in.
I got
Okay.
6! I got 2 6s!
Awesome.
That means I super manipulate, right?
So you look at him and you say, nothing's wrong. He's like, or you say just a drunk. He's like, oh, okay. You had me going there for a minute there, Luke. Shit.
Yeah, it's the spooky. It's Halloween. It's the spooky season, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, man. Hey, you might want to lay off some of that. If you know what I'm saying, it's a little early there, Luke. Oh, jeez. All right. Whew. And then he kind of turns around and just starts shuffling off. He looks back once, but then kind of shakes his head and keeps going. You're pretty sure he believes you.
I
we
take
like to
away
have fun here.
So, okay, so I get to take away 1 stress when I manipulate somebody.
You do.
I have 1 stress or do I have 0 stress?
You're down to 1. So you remove the 1.
That is a good skill.
Yeah, because you had 2 successes, you still just manipulated the 1 person though. So you still just lose the 1 stress. Yeah.
Okay.
There are instances where we require multiple successes, depending on that's basically how you set a difficulty class. So
Okay.
if for some reason he had a reason, like maybe he saw the thing or thought he saw the thing, then I may have required 2 successes. So that
Okay.
still just counts as 1. So you're back down to 1 stress die.
So, okay, so when I pushed, I added a second stress die.
Right. And then you successfully manipulated him. Your talent kicks in. Now you're back down to
Okay.
1.
I just wanted to make sure it's clear. But I got a 6 on that stress die. So that's like rolling a 20 on a d20, right? Like
6
that's like
the
a
stress
critical
die
success.
are a double-edged sword. They give you a lot more chances to hit and then a lot more chances to mess up.
I'm just saying, I got a 6. So I feel like that should be like a critical success, and that should remove the other one.
It doesn't. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry.
She's trying to roll manipulation against the GM.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, you know, you've been part of Kupo Quest long enough to know that doesn't work. And this is a
Hey,
serious game, so puns
You have
don't
to
do
bribe
shit
him.
for
You
you.
have to bribe him with money if you want special treatment.
Mhm.
I've lost
or,
thousands.
or dice. I'll take either. So, for a moment, he seems to believe you, and he has gone off. It's just the 3 of you again. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Mayor. I'm sorry.
All right, she's not even looking at Luke. She's just kind of like 1,000 yards staring towards the cornfield, and she's just like, "How many are there?"
Oh, there's like 30.
Yeah, no. How many were in the field?
Oh,
I only found 1. It's dead though.
Was it? Which wall was it nearest?
It'd be
Was
the east.
Was that where you saw the 30?
that's where I saw a group of 20-ish of them, right?
That was the 10.
The 10? Oh, okay.
The 20 seem to be coming up from the south. While you're having this conversation, everybody there and Joey, give me a scout roll.
I guess.
I like that you always agree, even though you sound like you never want to.
How much do I even have in Scout? Ooh, 5.
Augustus, look at you.
Powerhouse, baby.
Luke.
Damn it.
Now, Luke, is that a stress? That's stress, right?
That is, so I added another stress, right?
No. You don't have to take a stress when you get a 1. You take a stress when you get like an attack, or you took the stress before because the specific walker attack gave that to you. So
Okay.
once you failed that, you had to roll on the walker attack table, and then they all do something different. That one specifically gave you another stress, so you don't have to take 1 right now. Augustus, you hear that sound again, except it's louder. At this point, you realize even standing here in the middle of the town, you can hear the. You can hear it as though it's just this. Sometimes it's like this low background noise. It's slowly starting to rise to where it's starting to drown out some of the festivities. You'll notice around you too, people here and there are starting to get quiet and look around. It's almost like a buzzing outside the town. There may be more now.
Mayor, I don't mean to be dramatic, but unless we take care of them, we may get overrun. If you just stop and listen, there's a shit ton of them.
Yeah, I hear him. Fuck.
Did you roll me a scout?
It's
Rebecca?
me?
Yeah.
So it'd be 46?
Plus, don't forget your stress die.
Oh, okay. 5d6.
So wits plus scout plus stress.
Yeah, 5.
One of these days, there'll be a module for this. Okay. Rebecca, you hear this as well. this just growing sound of the walkers, but you hear something else, and you're not sure exactly why at first, but it kind of fills you with this pit in your stomach, and then you kind of hear this. It almost sounds like wood or something. Then everybody hears it as there's this kind of just almost like an implosion as everyone in the immediate section glances over towards the barn. And what you can see is the barn itself, your home, the farm, I mean, is kind of starting to lilt back and go into the ground as this sinkhole is opening up. Rebecca, you take an additional stress. Thoughts start to go through your mind about what you may or may not have known as the wall in that section starts to crumble and topple over. What we have just witnessed is this kind of massive sinkhole that's just started to kind of open up, and it seems to be pulling your farm down into it. I need everybody in this general area, so that would just be actually just Augustus and Luke. Give me, let's go with Scout. I told you it's my go-to perception, so that's what we're gonna go with.
Lovely.
Okay, Augustus. You notice, you can go ahead and roll, Luke, but Augustus, you notice as this is happening, you kind of look to the mayor. Oh, okay, Luke, you do the same. You both kind of look to the mayor for guidance, and you see a look on her face that everyone around here is just panicked and shocked. She has a different look on her face. This look of dread, this look that says, fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah. With all of those successes, kind of rolling this into an insight, you think she might have known this was a possibility.
GM, quick question.
Yeah.
Since the last two dice on mine, one of them came up as a 6, they're the stress dice. Does that mean I'd lose a stress?
No, unless you have like a talent that says that. There are ways to lose stress, but that's not one of them. No.
Got it.
Right,
That
look,
was
you guys
that
are
was
just gonna have
Pat
to
arguing.
You got to make your peace with the stress die, okay? Just make your peace with it. I will say, in the offline game I ran, I had a guy that got like 2 stress die croaked. A guy made it to the end, and I swear to God, he had 6. Like,
Oh
he
my
had
God.
so many. What didn't he have 6? Ace, wasn't it like 6 to 7? Like, he was pushing
That is
everything.
correct.
He just got so lucky. One of the only ones that made it out. So
To be fair, I was also pretty lucky just with my rolls.
fair enough. Fair enough. So you think she knew that this was a possibility?
Mayor? What's wrong? What? Did you know this?
She's going to kind of like shrug off that question and like do the battlefield / like I'm in a very crowded room and need people to like listen to me like holler above everybody else.
Okay.
And like kind of put like a little bit of mom voice in there and be like, get it, everybody, get in the church now. And the mom inflection is on the now. Like, drop your shit and get into the church.
I need a leadership role from you.
Okay.
Don't forget you got, what do you got, 2 stress or 1 stress now?
I have 2
1.
stress.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
2. Jesus.
Yeah, I got my second one when the sinkhole opened.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it plays into your backstory. Sorry.
Out here fighting for your life.
Roll D. I'm trying to do math.
All right.
6!
Okay. There is panic everywhere, but You are a figure of authority. They trust you. You see Frank too, as he hears you, he goes, "Hey, listen to her! Everybody to the church! Come on!" So he starts kind of rounding up those that were kind of out of earshot for you and just starts rushing. And there's this mad stampede of people that just rushes their way towards the church. They knock over the giant, like the table that has this big pumpkin on it. As it falls to the ground, Luke, and you see your prized pumpkin fall and shatter on the ground and just smash as people just kind of run through and start making their way towards the church, clearing out until at this point, there's just the three of you standing there. Now, let me ask you
Um,
this, Joey, where did you
yeah.
take the kids?
He was just keeping them in one section, but as soon as the mayor says run, he literally picks up the nearest small child next to him and starts booking it with everyone else.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Perfect.
very clearly leading the charge to the church. I'm assuming the 15-year-old has some sort of cognizance within him to do the same and start pushing children
Absolutely.
towards the church.
Absolutely. At this point, what are you all doing? As you're kind of looking, the gate, so the sinkhole's kind of opened up, and you can see some of them on the outside are just kind of walking and falling into it. But what this has done is destabilize some of the gate next to it, and it's just fallen over. And you can see the hands just kind of, and you can see some of them have started to kind of crawl in, or even under some of the parts of the gate that are misaligned. At this point, it's hard to tell. Probably 6 to 10. With the panic and everything happening, they have come in. They're a little ways away, but they seem to be drawn towards the bonfire as they are just kind of walking. What are you doing, Mrs. Mayor? You're the leader. What are you doing?
Would we have any like weapon stocks, like rifles or bows or?
Most of those, you don't have a central armory of that. Most of the people here have their own stuff.
Okay.
So you do have what is on your sheet. But as far as like a central armory, you're not a huge settlement. This is basically a
Okay.
bunch of people who kind of got lucky, lived in this town, and then kind of fortified it. Most of you had hunting rifles. There may be some in the houses that of the people that no longer with you.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, could I, like, would there be rifles, and like would she have thought ahead to make this sort of like emergency, like, go to the church, grab your rifles, fortify in the church? Or would it just
Maybe.
be like panic and mayhem?
You
And
you might have had that, but this is the first time you've actually been breached. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like one of those things you do a fire drill 100 times and then there's an actual fire. No one leaves orderly. So at the
Yeah.
moment, it's just kind of a panic. People are doing your
Okay.
direct order running to the church.
She's going to like try to get the three inside, because I guess she's thinking if we can get inside, secure the door from the inside, we can like send somebody else can like climb down if they need to and like get guns.
Okay. So you're heading to the church with the rest of them.
Yeah. And once they're in, she's going to holler for the kids to climb to the climb as high, get the kids up to the, if there's like a balcony, or get them as
Okay.
high off the ground as possible.
Okay. You all rush up. You being the last ones there. At this point, the dead have started to kind of fall in. Some of them have fallen into the hole. You do see a couple of them just kind of pulling themselves up the other side. Some of them you haven't seen again. As you run to the church, you run in and slam the door behind you. Start barring it down.
Oh my god, that was so good, Wolf.
I'm getting better at Sirenscape, okay?
Luke's not going in though.
Luke is not going in. Okay.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna say, Mayor, I gotta make sure the houses, that no one's stuck in their houses. Augustus, I think you should do it too. You coward.
What is up with the random beef with Augustus?
How do you respond, Augustus?
Mayor, what do you think? Should we go get guns from the houses and make sure people aren't stuck in their houses, or do you want us in the church?
While they're discussing that, I'm going to go to that house in the upper northeast corner.
Okay, the one closest to where the boulders and stuff are.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Give me a mobility roll, because I'm assuming you're trying to just book it and get your ass there as fast as possible.
Sure.
Mayor, you had a question. I believe Augustus is looking for direction.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the best. What kind of windows are
all our
there?
lives depend on it.
Yeah. What kind of windows are the churches? Like, is it like big stained glass, or like can they open and close?
They do have big stained glass windows.
Oh,
Very
awesome.
much. This is an older settlement, so.
Is there a pastor's house?
Specifically, a house for the pastor. Pastor's dead. But it would be the house directly to the right of the church.
I meant, like, would there be a door, like, in the back?
Oh, like not an actual house. Yeah, I mean, there's a room back there. Absolutely, like an office for the pastor. Sure, yeah.
That would, like, open up to the outside, like back here.
It's an interior office. Actually, are you trying to get people out the back? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm trying to think of a way to have Augustus get back in. That's not going to.
There is a side.
The barricade.
Yeah, there is a side entrance. That yes, absolutely.
All right. All right. Go fast. If they don't want to go, then I don't know what we can do for them.
Swift as the wind.
Okay.
And I'll take the opposite direction that Farmer Luke took.
Yeah, and get
Ava will
come back.
use a key point to step of the wind.
Yeah, I was going to say, insert some monk bullshit here.
You're not a monk in this game.
Shit.
So where are you heading then, Augustus?
The opposite direction that Farmer Luke went to cover the grounds faster.
So he's going southwest.
So you roll me a mobility 2. Remind me, Luke, do you have 1 or 2 stress?
Mobility, fuck.
You're muted.
I have 2, so it's a 1 and a 6 on the stress.
Okay. So that's a succession, but you mess up. So as you're running full tilt, and you can see, you kind of glance off to your right, and the dead are just starting to pour in. You can see that most of your old home is just a field now of living corpses shambling through. You manage to get to the house, but as you show up, you kind of run up toward the door, and on the porch already, as you look over to the side, and there's one that's just kind of like coming at you. You kind of weren't paying attention as you ran up. You slammed on the door. This thing is coming at you. What are you doing?
How far from the door am I?
At this point, you run up, you hit the door, but it's locked, and you're kind of knocking on it. You just didn't really realize that there was one so close, so the noise you're making has kind of attracted it. And now you kind of turn around, and it's coming up the small porch steps. It's only like 2 or 3 steps. But now, as you turn around, it's coming up towards you. So it's not on top of you yet, but it's definitely closing in.
And the door did not break down when I went to it.
No, but you can try to break it down if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to smash through the door.
Give me a force check. Force roll. So this is counting as how you're trying to get away from this thing. So depending on how this goes. Yeah.
Oop.
Don't forget your stress. No successes. So, do you want to push?
Yes.
Go for it.
So
Pushing is how the
3
stresses add up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm excited here.
Ooh.
Another one. As you you hit it, it almost seems like as you're trying to hit it again, it almost you feel it give a little bit, and then there is something propped up against this door. Someone has barricaded it from the inside. As you turn around, this thing is just on top of you. I need another D6. Yeah, that was the roll to do it. So this is the walker attack. Oh God, let's see what we get.
So it's 2d6, right?
2d6, correct.
was that bad?
45.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay. As you turn around, the panic starts to set in as you hit this thing with your shoulder. You turn around, and this thing is coming at you. You go to hit it with your axe, and you knock it down. Falls to the ground, but reaches up, and you can feel the teeth sink into your kneecap as those of you probably still kind of going into the church can hear this kind of cry of anguish coming from off to the east as this thing grabs onto your left kneecap with its teeth and just starts chewing. You can feel just it gnawing into your kneecap. It's not good. Give me a wits roll.
A what, bro?
Wits.
Oh,
Just
wits. I thought
straight wits.
honestly, I heard a witch roll. Like, I don't know if anyone played
wits?
Left 4 Dead, but I was like, there's a witch too?
No, you do not have to roll your stress on this. So just straight wits. Okay. So what you know. So as this thing, you turn around and your life starts flashing before your eyes. Everything that you've seen up until this moment. And again, the thought of your wife and what she turned into flashes into your mind. And there's a moment to where you think this is it. As this thing is just kind of gnawing down on your leg, you manage to get yourself together enough to kind of take the butt end of your axe and knock it down right into the head, knock it off your leg. You can see the bite marks, it's ripped through your jeans, and it's got just blood pouring down. This will be fatal if you do not get this amputated. There is a chance for you to make it through this, but you have to be quick, and you would have to amputate the leg. You are not sure how long you have, but you think minutes.
You should probably try to get back to the church. So you can...
I was
so
going
you can get...
conscience say.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you can get a tourniquet.
Anyway.
I need you to also... Hold on. There's more to this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Love that.
45. I told you it's an inverse table, so it gets worse.
Oh, boy.
So,
Okay.
let's see.
I'm getting ready to roll not Luke now.
I'm going to need you to roll... Oh, that's not the... You do take 3 points of damage. So now that will be... Everybody in this game has 3 health, right? So now you're going to suffer a critical injury as well. If you become broken, you must also roll in the critical injury table. So let me pull that up. Ooh, that was a bad one, dude. Let's roll another, I believe, D66.
Oh, Lord.
25. Believe it or not, that's probably good. Okay. So you pull out and you start to try to make your way back towards the rest of the group. And you put some weight on that leg, and with the way that it had gnawed on your kneecap, it just kind of, your leg kind of buckles. You end up hitting the ground and rolling down the stairs and hitting on your side on the ground. Probably cracked a rib as well. And you can hear...
Wolf, let him live, please.
You now have you got a -1 penalty on
everything?
rolls. Yes. Not lethal, so this isn't something that's going to kill you, but you do have a -1 penalty. And time's ticking.
Yikes.
So,
Well, I'm trying to make it as fast as possible to the entrance of the church.
okay. So you're making it back. We will rewind time a little bit. Augustus, what are you doing?
Running to the southwest to the first house that I can get to.
Okay. Same thing. Give me a mobility check.
Okay.
Just pure running. You have stress?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
What about the players in general? Do you all have stress?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay. I love this game.
I mean, I started this with stress, so that's like my default is probably like 2 or 3 stress die. Like
You
just
just
existing.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, just to start. So
Actually, if I fall below 3 stress, it stresses me out because I should have,
Right.
I should have more stress than this.
Something seems wrong.
So you make it down there. Okay. At this point, there's not really that many here. Actually, to where you get to that house, none of them have made it there yet. What are you doing? Are you gonna try to like knock down the door? Are you gonna try to knock? What exactly are you doing?
Church time. It's time to go to the church. Anyone home? And I'm going to knock as I'm opening it.
Okay.
It's Augustus, your friendly neighborhood me.
Okay.
Your
Love
friendly neighborhood me.
Love it. As you kind of knock and then open, the door is unlocked. As you go in, you start kind of screaming for people. No one's responding to you. This house, for all intents and purposes, seems to be empty.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to start searching for guns.
Go for it. Give me a, let's see, I believe that's a survival.
Ooh, I'll take
Which
that.
I think goes into, like, investigation.
I like survival. Let me double check. Yes, I love survival. Boom. Oh! I didn't succeed, though.
Do you
That's
want to
sad.
push? Do you want to push? It's
Pushing
stressful.
gives me stress, right?
It'll give you a stress, yeah. But you get to re-roll up +1.
He's
No,
trying
I'll
to
take
trick
my
you.
L. Yeah, it's a trick. It's a trap.
It's
I'll
not.
take my defeat.
Why would I try to trap you? Look, this is a Walking Dead zombie-themed Halloween one-shot. I want
It
everyone
is?
to make it out alive. There's why
Not
would I
even a chance to kill us.
why would I want to have any kind of deadly scary game going on or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. None of that here.
You pushing or no?
Biscuit, come back. Take a
no,
peek.
no push.
Biscuit. I still have no idea if she peed here or not.
That's
This carpet.
crazy. Wolf literally just sent me a text saying, "I'm gonna kill your dog."
I did not. I did no such thing. I did say, "Why are you tempting me with killing your dog?" But it didn't do it. The house seems empty. You find what would be a gun case, but it seems it doesn't seem. It's unlocked, but it's empty.
All right. Next house.
Okay. Joey, what are you doing?
I think once he gets in, he helps with getting all the children to the higher levels, and then he goes down to the floor with the adults, and he starts helping them ready their weapons since they're in a confined space, so they kind of have the advantage.
About the time you get down, you hear this banging on the church door. Luke, that's you.
I need help.
Yeah, I'm not
She's
gonna help him.
gonna-
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Joe begins running to the door.
All right. Rebecca is going to kind of like catch him with her arm and like again like kind of instilling like the mom voice be like she's going to tell him like go up like keep the kids safe upstairs. Like I need you to keep the kids safe. And like and then she's going to like go to barricade the door to let Lucas in
Okay.
and probably kind of catch him.
Okay. Easy enough to kind of move things away as you open up. Lucas kind of falls in the door. He is sweating profusely. It seems like he has spiked a fever and quick.
Okay.
He does not have a lot of time.
Okay, so she's going to holler for. Do we have a doctor? Like, are any of our NPCs doctors?
I'm going to roll and see if he was one of the ones that died
Okay.
or not.
I hate it here.
You do not.
Oh shit. Okay.
He was one of the ones that was killed in the recent assault.
Wait, our doctor died, and we were just
Yeah.
like, you know what would be goofy, silly? Having a little festival.
Now, you've had this festival
School
before.
wasn't supposed to open.
You've had this festival before. This is like the second or third time you've done it. So nothing like this has happened before. For those of you that have lived here that long.
We are
Yeah.
not having a good time.
Oh. So okay, so she's going to drag Lucas in and make sure the door, like, while like also trying to like keep track and make sure the door is being closed behind them, and
Frank takes the
she's
lead on
going
that.
to.
As I see Joey, while I'm being dragged in and helping to push myself in. Joey, Joe, my boy, watch after Bertha. If I don't make it.
Oh, God.
Don't. She's just going to kind of no nonsense, just kind of like smack it. She's like, "Don't talk like that."
I hate to say this, but anything at your house, probably not okay.
Wait,
Remember,
you mean
Bertha's in my satchel,
Oh,
remember?
yeah, that's right. That's right. I did
poor
forget.
Bertha? She took a tumble with you.
What is up with you and birds? It's a chicken, right?
Yeah,
Poor
intentional.
Bertha.
I intentionally did this for
My
this.
thing about it is Bertha was minding her business. Now all of a sudden she's falling down the stairs too.
Yeah, yeah. So, what are you doing?
This was a foul business. I'm just saying.
Oh, there's no inspiration. You save your puns for next week, sir.
Well, I'm gonna take my satchel off, try and push it over to Joey. I'm gonna take my survival equipment, hoping that I have like rope or like a piece of cloth.
At least a belt. I mean, yeah, you've got what you need for what you're trying to do.
I was going to say she would probably yell for a belt for like somebody have a belt.
I'm going to hand her my axe and say, "Take the leg, do it."
She's going to like point to some NPCs and be like, "Hold him down."
Okay. They do that.
I think Joe is holding Bertha, and I think for the first time in a long time, he's just like stuck.
Mm-hmm. He's also stressed as he takes one stress from seeing his father have to have his leg amputated.
Rude.
And Rebecca's going to holler at him to like get up the stairs and like get up the stairs, don't look down, and take care of the littles.
Okay.
And like, is there like she's going to like try to find like a stick or something to give to Lucas to.
There's all sorts of stuff to find. And in that regard, yeah. Frank actually takes off his belt and reaches it to you. You're having fun on this.
So
after hearing that, I think Joe would slowly head upstairs with Sunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she's gonna like. Do I have to roll for this?
You do. There is a roll for this.
Yeah.
First things first.
Amputation.
As you get ready to do this, and as not Grunthor, Lucas gets ready for this, you both take one stress. You both take one stress.
Sure, why not 4 stress?
And I need you, Madam Mayor, to make a medicine roll.
I don't need medicine, so do I just roll? Do I just roll 5 empathy?
Your medicine, yeah. If it's 0 beside medicine, you would just roll the 1 from the attribute.
Okay, and
so
then
in
the
your
3.
case, I believe that would be 5 plus the 3 stress.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
She's gonna miss and kill me.
No,
she rolled a
no
6.
success. Madam Mayor puts on her steely determination and brings it up, and with a deftness you would not expect, very easily is able to. Pain shoots through you as the leg comes
Hey.
clean.
Hey, I do all of the chores here too. I've chopped logs.
I've changed.
Just- It's just the bleeding log.
My name is no longer Luke. It's now Eileen.
Oh, you now have the critical injury severed limb. It is not fatal because the medicine check was successful. So that as she pulls it off, they are able to make it to where this is not going to kill you, the severed limb. However, it was your left leg. So as you're laying there, there is a moment where you black out. So Lucas loses consciousness for a moment as the pain is just unbearable. So, let's see. Who's outside? Ah, yes. Augustus. You've been going from house to house, right? Give me a mobility check.
Yep, gotta find me some guns. Mobility. That's not a good one. We still take it, though.
Okay. As you make it to the next house, give me one more survival check. This will cover the next 2 houses.
Oh, all right.
So I'll give you a +1.
All right.
Ooh, damn. All right. That was a good roll. So let's see. What's that? There's a lot of tables in this game. There we go. So I think I need a D666 from you.
So that's just 2d6?
I'm gonna need I need. So this is gonna get different. Okay, I'm gonna need 3d6
Okay.
3 times.
3d6 3 times.
Yeah.
1, 2,
626 4 through 2.
3.
Okay. So what's the first one? 626.
Yeah.
All right. You find
An atomic bomb.
a balloon. What was the next one?
432.
432.
A balloon is crazy.
You find a package of couscous and smoked ham, which counts as 2 rations. Not really going to matter to you much here, but and what's the last one?
I'll eat the smoked ham. 251.
251. Another water bottle, 1 ration, but
Fuck yeah.
but no guns.
Ugh.
So you're basically just
Shit.
robbing these people's houses.
All right, fuck it.
Yeah. Joey
You like open a cabin, you're like, spam.
Joey is upstairs and he's like thinking, he's like, oh geez, I hope my cooked ham's okay.
As you go back out and you start heading your way back to the church, you'll notice that the actual, at this point it's a swarm, seems to be moving, congregating around the church itself. Seems to be moving in that direction. And something catches your eye. One of the walkers that's kind of in there on the way looks very familiar. Give me a scout roll.
Good. Scouts.
Okay. You stop for a second. One, because there's a shit ton of walkers now between you and the church. You've been gone long enough that as they're kind of making their way up there, you've kind of had your path cut off. But second, shambling amongst them, you see James, the scientist from this camp, a good friend of yours. And the thing that's most surprising to you is he seems to have a bullet wound that seems to be what killed him right through the chest. You remember
Oh.
seeing him after the battle. He did not die during the raid. You know that for a fact. He was shot after the fact. And here he is.
Oh. All right. Interesting.
What are you doing? Your path to the church is completely cut off as the church at this point is starting to get surrounded. Give me
Can
a
we
whiz roll.
throw out Lucas's leg to distract them?
You absolutely can. Is that what you want to do?
Give him something to gnaw on.
Yeah. How are you getting it out?
Yeah, maybe they're just a little hungry.
Yeah. Would I have any way of knowing that Augustus is coming back? Would I be able to see him?
You have no way of knowing that, no.
Okay. Is there?
At this point,
is
you
there a
can't really
window I
see
can look
out
at?
because the windows in this, as you first go in, they're those big stained glass windows up top. You don't really have a way to see out to know.
Okay.
So you all inside don't really know the current situation.
Okay. I was gonna say because we could like throw it out one way and then get Augustus in the other way.
True.
Uh.
So the only doors you know of are the one that's in the front, which is the southern portion, and then the side door that's in the kind of on the eastern side of the church.
Okay. Fuck.
What are you doing?
Okay, she's gonna hold on to the leg, or have it, or kind of like wrap it up and put it off to the side. And if somebody kind of looks at her weird, and she's just like bait, without like really explaining more, and then it's probably going to do like a really like a speed walk and like check the any of the like the entry points, or like make sure that like try to see if kids or like if we have any elderly or like any non-combatants, like if they've gotten up off of the ground. Because my thought is if there's any combat in the middle, we don't want to be like worrying about the kids. So if they're up off the
Sure.
ground, then theoretically the walkers shouldn't be able to get to them.
Okay.
So that they
yeah,
can stay
so,
quiet. Then
yeah, so Joey has taken most of the kids up where you told him to. So there's the second floor to this church. So he's taking them up there. There are some elderly with you. They have not left. But the general vibe in the room is not so much at the moment, let's fight back. It's, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So what do you want to do?
I want to see if I can figure out where Augustus is, because I think that would sort of inform, because if he has any guns, that would inform the next
How are you going to find that out?
choices.
What do you want to do? Do
I
you want to try to open the front door there? Do you want to try to look out the side door? How do you want to do this?
I think, can I grab a gun and just go to the side door and kind of like, or no, not a gun. Can I grab like an axe
Okay, yeah, easy enough to get.
and maybe like one of the NPC, like maybe Frank,
Yeah, she'll
and
go with you.
go to the side door and kind of like listen to see if there's any
Give me a scout roll with a +1.
creepers.
That's Frank assisting you.
Okay. Which one is scout? Oh god. And then I still have like 3 stress, right?
Yeah, so 3 extra chances to succeed.
So, okay, roll.
Yeah.
So it's 4, and then 5, and then 3. So
Yes.
8, right?
Right.
Okay. I am a BFA, sir. I don't do math.
Love
I got
that.
2 success.
Okay. You do, but you got a 1 on that stress die too. So
Fuck.
you go over, you and Frank, and you go to the side door. It's open.
Oh,
And you know for a fact you checked it. It was locked. You don't see anything at the moment, but it's open. You can hear outside the as you kind of peek around. There's definitely things out there, and they're coming towards the door. At this point, it's hard to do an estimation about how many's coming towards you, but probably 7, easy. Somebody open this door from the outside.
it's in the damn building. She is just saying like just going like shit.
What's the call, Madam Mayor? What are we doing?
Do I see Augustus?
You do not, because he would be he's on the western side. The door's on the east. You do not see him anywhere.
God damn it.
What you do see, off in the distance, is the hole in the wall. The one place where the wall is kind of crumbled down because of the fight. And that doesn't seem to be where they're coming in from. Could
She's
be your
been
only way out.
Okay, so she's going to close the door and lock it again. Keeping in mind about the collapse gate, and tell Frank to grab the leg. And is there like a bell tower or anything?
Yeah, there's a bell tower up at the top. So there's like a second level, and then one more. There's like a little bell that they used to ring to bring people into church. Hasn't been used in a while, though.
Can she tell him? Because I'm trying to figure out a way to get it up and above.
Okay.
And throw it to hopefully kind of lead them away.
Okay. Absolutely. If you're trying to get a vantage point, that's the place to go.
Yeah, well, not even a vantage point, just like, or I guess a vantage point and just like getting up high enough to throw the bait. Do we have any poison?
I don't believe you would.
Would the church have like rat poison or like mothball? Does
Would
the
church
Walking
have
Dead
poison?
even?
What kind of church is this exactly?
I don't know. Well, I mean, like there's rodents.
What's in their
sort of
Kool-Aid
thing.
exactly when you take communion at this place? Okay.
Hey, I've been watching Midnight Mass. Okay, they had compound like 1080.
Fair enough.
That was pretty brutal.
You would know the poison probably wouldn't do much good anyway. They're already dead.
Yeah, that's what it was an idea. I was trying to think of something with my brain cells, okay?
No, that's fine. I like it.
While
I like where your head's at.
while I have a DM who is like trying to murder us.
I'm not trying to murder you. It's just happening organically.
Okay, so is Frank my only like trusted like battle buddy?
He's the only one you
Dude.
think so far that's probably up to the task of whatever
Okay.
you're trying to ask him to do.
Okay, so she's going to say, like, take the leg, go up to the bell tower, and throw it as far as you can.
All right. I
Like,
can do
it's to the west.
Get a leg up.
that. All right. Yeah, nice.
The the collapse is to the west, right?
The collapse is to the southeast.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so,
wait. The sinkhole is to the southeast. That's where
Okay,
they're pouring in from. The
the-
collapsed wall is the northeast. The
Okay,
collapsed portion. Of the wall.
so throw it. Throw it southwest, like it's the exact opposite direction, because we don't want them going towards that wall. And try to scout and see if there's any that we're missing,
Oh,
or any
I'm
information that we're missing.
on it. Don't worry about it.
And don't die.
Well, that's okay. That's a given. He kind of turns and he runs off outside. Augustus.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of standing there wondering what to do, there's one of them that just kind of looks at you and then just starts shambling your way. A couple of them around, noticing this, like 3, turn and start following them too.
Shit. I'm gonna look for a way to get to the roof.
Okay. You could try to scale it if you want. So
Are there any like barrels or any step stools around that I could use to aid me?
There's enough to give you like a little bit of a leg up, but you're still going to need to really pull yourself up. So I think this is going to be a force check.
Oh yeah, I'm great at those.
Or endure. Actually, I think it would be endure because it's more your muscles being able to hold on as you pull your way up the entire length of the church.
Okay.
I'm going to say you probably got a stress from this too. As they're coming.
All right, that's fair. I respect that. Remind me again of the drives, as long as it's related to you.
Related to what you're doing. Yeah, if you can make it, if you can explain how it helps you in this situation, you get +2 onto the roll.
Okay. Oh boy.
It doesn't have to be great. I mean, it just has to make sense. Like your drive can't be, I love ice cream, and you use it when you're trying to go on a diet or something. You know what I mean? Like it has to make sense with the moment. So.
All right. Well, my drive is this is my new family, and they are relying on me to get supplies and get home. So I need
to you can use
get
that
up and survive. All right.
Gross.
And then I get a +2. You said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You only get 1 stress, right?
Oh yeah.
Could be at 2
so.
if you're gonna push.
I mean, yeah, I failed, so let's push it.
Go for it.
And that gives me, pushing it just lets me reroll with the additional stress?
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. So I have 2, 3. My drive is 5, and then I have 2 stress. That's 7. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God.
As you're running, you jump up. You find this thing to step up on. You jump up and you grab onto this thing, like kind of one of the side. I don't know, something on the side of the building, like a loose brick, and you're holding on. But as you start to try to climb, you feel legs or arms grab onto your legs. One gets on your right, and then the other one gets on your left, and they're pulling you back down. As you're holding on, and then your grip just can't hold anymore. As it lets go, as you fall down to the ground, there's 2 of them kind of right on top of you. What do you do?
Pistol, boom.
Okay. Give me a ranged combat.
All right.
You do take 1 additional stress from this, though.
Yep, that'll do.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Okay. No problem. As the one's coming right down, one right in the middle of his forehead, kind of blows out the back. As the other one kind of goes to the side. Give me a scout roll.
Scout roll. 5, 7, so 10. Oh.
Yikes.
You did succeed, though. Something about when you fired that off, you think maybe you're crazy. The other one not the one you shot, looked like it flinched. Like it had a reaction.
Oh.
You did, however, mess up. And in that brief moment, as you kind of realize that, its eyes lock onto you, and you realize for the brief minute before the knife appears, that this is a living person.
Oh,
wearing
shit.
the skin of one of the walkers. As
What
it
the
brandishes
fuck?
the knife, and it's going to come in to attack you. What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
Why do we have whisperers?
Because I like The
I mean,
Walking Dead, and they're fun.
I guess I'll shoot him. Fuck. If I can.
Okay, so this is going to be a duel, since this is actually a living
Bring a knife to a
living
gunfight
person.
is insane of them.
Yeah, true.
True.
9.
So go ahead. We are going to do opposed rolls. So let me just make sure how many dice they get on this before you do it.
And
would
this uses all my stress.
this would use your ranged combat, all your stress, and all that stuff too.
Okay.
So
Plus your weapon.
Oh, yeah. Do I add my extra 2 for my
you
weapon?
do.
Ooh.
Does anybody have a knife
Good
on their
call.
sheet?
I do.
What is it? A 1?
Let me damage 1, bonus +1, range short.
Okay. So how many successes have you rolled yet?
No, not yet. I have 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so they had 2 successes. So with your 1 additional success, you win that brawl or that duel. As you fire it off, it doesn't actually take them out because this is a living creature, not a walker. So you actually panicked, hit them in the shoulder. As they kind of stumble back, they're coming at you again. Round 2 of this.
Oh, God. All right, yeah, shoot it again. We don't reason with traitors.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh,
Ooh.
1, 2, 3. So you dealt, and what your gun has a 2 damage on it, right? So they actually took
Yeah,
2. So 1, 2, 3. As you kind of get it, at this point they come in and their eyes lock on yours right before, and they realize the moment that this is it for them. As you just put the gun right against their forehead, boom, and blast. They kind of crumble down on top of you. As you look around, though, you fired 1, 2, 3 times. As you look around what was 2, 3, or 4 walkers that had started coming towards you, now a good chunk of the rest of the horde has kind of broken away from the church and is making its way towards you. Guns are powerful, but they're loud and they draw attention.
Yep.
The threat level for you is 3. They definitely know you're there, and they are closing in. You have 3 that are like right on top of you with 7 more coming your way.
Oh, that's a lot.
What are
Might
you
be
doing?
best to honestly, making a run for it might be your best option.
Yeah.
Exit stage right.
I'm gonna try and run for a different house and try and climb up on that roof if I can.
When is that when is that like fresh meat going to be thrown from the church?
We'll get to that. This is kind of happening at the same time as you talking to Frank. So give me a mobility check.
All right. 5
Don't forget
plus
those stress
3.
die.
Oh yes.
No, feel free to forget the stress die.
Success. Okay. You manage to scramble up and start booking it, and the closest house is the mayor's house. I have to ask you,
Sorry,
Mrs.
Mayor.
Mayor, do you lock your door when you leave?
Yes.
Okay. You get there. The door's locked. They're coming up behind you. There are more than you can handle. What are you doing?
Man, which one's the mayor's house again? Oh, well, none of
The one
houses are near
closest to the
fire.
church. So it goes church, plant, house.
I'm gonna try and climb up to the roof again if I can.
All right, that's one more endure.
Endure 3, 6. Please. Okay.
How many stress you got? 2?
I'm at 3 stress right now.
Damn.
Okay. So you do manage to climb up, but right before, as you're pulling up, one of them does grab you. You have something to do here. Only one of them has made it up to you, and it's got a hold of you, and it's trying to pull you down. What do you do to try to get away from this thing?
I'll take my spear off and try and stab him with it if I can.
Okay, give me a close combat.
It's not as good as my pistol, but it's good enough.
It's quiet.
Oh, it's not.
Sad.
You can push.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Fuck it.
Look at this GM. You can push. Keep pushing. More stress.
Yeah, there we
6.
go.
Okay. You managed to spear it right in the head, bring it up, and then pull yourself on, rolling onto the top of the house. And for a minute, catching your breath. Back inside the church. Actually, around this time, you would see something flying out of the church, and it makes like a sound and kind of rolls. Inside the church, Luke, you wake up. What brings you back is the sound of gunfire that you can hear. As Luke, Mayor, and Joey, you all hear the sounds of gunfire outside. What are you doing? Luke, you still feel like shit.
She's gonna run to the she's gonna tell the people with combat skills to be ready and brace, and then
Okay.
she's gonna be running up to the lookout, the bell with Frank, to see.
You run upstairs. You'll notice that a bunch of the horde has started to pull away, and they're starting to walk towards your house. What you do notice, though, is that because of this, it has thinned out a little bit, so that the ones that were kind of got split attention now. So at this point, about half of the herd is starting to move themselves that way. You think that if you were ever going to try to make a break for it, if that's what you want to do, now might be your best time. But
No.
in order to do that, you would have to leave behind whoever made that noise.
I mean, it's just Augustus, right? So
As far as you know, yeah.
It's
You
just
stupid.
Augustus.
it's
Where
just
is everybody
Augustus.
else
That'd be fine.
right now? Where is everybody else? I know Luke is down on the main floor. Where are you, Joey?
He's on the second floor with the other kids, but he's watching both. I'm assuming both of the entrances that he can see.
Okay. I need... So you said you're on the second floor, right? Okay. I need Luke. Give me a scout check. Roll. Give me one too, Joey.
Yeah, sure. All right. Let's see what my scout is. Oh, 5. That's nice. Yeah, I'll just do the 5.
Sorry.
I was like,
Whoa.
what just happened? I was like 63, 57.
Oh yeah, I only have 1 stress, so it'll be 6 instead of 5.
That's not good.
Lovely. I'm going to take another stress to reroll that.
Okay. What about you, Luke?
I rolled it. It's not good.
Are you gonna push or? Oh, you got a 1. You can't push because you got
Yeah.
at least 2 stress, right? Okay.
Yeah, I have 4 stress, so I rolled 1, 2, 3
Oh, okay.
ones of the stress.
So let's see, Luke. Did you reroll? Are you pushing?
Damn, what is wrong with him?
Okay.
Okay, look.
So that's a push and a fail too. Okay.
Yeah, I tried.
Interesting. There is... You, Luke, are just delirious with pain. You're awake, you're groggy, and then you feel a breeze. Feels kind of weird. You look over, and there's a person that you don't recognize. They have pulled the stuff back in the chaos of everything happening away from the gate and is pulling the door open. Had you noticed, you might have been able to warn somebody, but you didn't. You have no idea who this person is. They pulled the door open, and then they just kind of slip out quickly.
Could I, like, even though I don't know who it is, able to at least memorize like what he looked like, what he was wearing?
You can. You didn't get a great look at his actual face. Their clothes were kind of dirty. Looked like they had put something over them, almost like they probably found it in the back of the church. Looks like they had put something over to cover up their clothes, but what little glimpse you did get seemed to be kind of covered in like some kind of grime or dirt or something. You just got a brief glance. Lucas? No, Joey. There are two entrances into the room you're in, and you are watching one when you feel the knife kind of come up to your throat. Someone kind of leans in. Don't make a sound. We're not here to hurt you all. We've been watching you on your little trips outside the walls. You know, we probably wouldn't have even known about this place if it wasn't for you. So thanks for that. We don't intend to hurt any of the children here, but we can offer you a new home. A life better than cowering behind these walls. Besides, it seems like this place is kind of gone for at this point. Who settles on a sinkhole? The knife is like just right here. What are you doing?
And the other kids aren't around?
They are around, but they are now have seen this. As this is happening, someone comes in the other entrance. And the kids start to make a noise as the person just... Kids seem intimidated enough to keep quiet. You will know, people here, they also have kind of put on these things like they found just whatever they could find downstairs, just abandoned overcoats or whatever. They have taken off their masks. But you can still, there's that faint smell now that you're up against this person of just death. You've smelled this before. They smell like the dead, but they definitely are not.
Yeah. I think when that happens, I think he holds his hands up and he says, all it would take is a whistle. You would kill my dog, but I would kill one of you. I would suggest that you take me downstairs where the mayor is because she'll care more about my life than I do.
Downstairs ain't where you want to go unless you're going with us. At that point, you start to hear screams because downstairs, Luke, the open door now, the dead start pouring through, and chaos erupts on the main floor.
Well,
so, Luke, you can now react to that if you'd like. Miss Mayor, you start to hear shit going on down too, as well.
She's gonna go, well,
fuck! It's coming to a head. What are we doing?
I'm gonna guess she's going to have figured... I don't think that she would think that the doors got opened willingly. I would think that, like, she would think that the windows got busted or the doors got forced open.
You do know you did find the side door that had been busted in. So you would know that. It might raise some suspicions, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That is how we got in.
Yeah. I think she would go try to get the non-combatants and take them with her up to the bell tower, and then climb. And then her plan would be to climb down from the bell tower and book it for the. But just trying to get everybody like downstairs. There's not much that she can do, but it's like at least maybe I can get the kids out and we can all run to that breach in the door.
Absolutely.
Or breach in the.
So, first question. Do you stop at the second floor on the way down to check on the kids, or are you going straight to the first floor?
No,
or do
she
you and
wouldn't
Frank
go.
split up?
No, Frank is already up there. He threw the meat.
Okay.
She was going to run upstairs and check on the like try to see like where like she was going to try to get a lay of the land, and then the door opened like when she was going up there. I don't think she would go back all the way downstairs because I think she would just be like, if they came in, they're armed, there's nothing I can do. Like,
okay. So
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
go
what
down and try to
like,
rally the people to follow you up to the bell tower, right?
Yeah, she's gonna try to get the kids. She's gonna go to where the kids are hiding to get the kids and the non-combatants to come with her and try to at least get them out. And then, and if people from downstairs survive long enough, then they should probably figure out that they can go that way too. Like,
as you come in the door, you come in and his back is to you, but you see someone who has Lucas. No, sorry. I don't know why I want to call you Lucas. Who has Joey with a knife to his throat. Cross the way, so the doors are on opposite sides. The other one sees you, and he says, kind of turns around. He takes Joey, spins around, and now he and Joey are looking at you as you run into this. What are you doing, Joey?
Sorry, really quick. He would know the mayor has a gun on her, right?
Oh yeah, you would know that.
Oh yeah, immediately he whistles. The Rottweiler attacks the other one, and he tries to duck down since he's wearing armor.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Two things. I want you to give me a roll for the Rottweiler. That's gonna be just 4 dice.
Cool.
4 dice for like an NPC as an attack. And then in addition to that, give me a mobility roll to try to like squeeze out of this guy's grip and drop down.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the mobility roll since I have more stuff. So that's gonna be 5, I believe, plus 2 stress. Yep. So that's gonna be 7 overall. Oh, cool. 76. Love to see that. My drive only applies to me, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Can I use drive for this then?
Sure. Yeah. What's your drive?
Oh yeah, it has to be narrative.
Kind of has to apply.
I think yeah. I think he just wants to make sure these two are taken care of so that everyone is safe. He doesn't even care about killing them. He just wants to make sure everyone else is safe.
Perfect.
Safe, even if that means jeopardizing Sunny's safety to do so.
Okay, go for it.
Okay,
I'll give you the +2 on that.
Oh, I actually get a +3 because of my talent.
Boom! There you go.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So I get to roll 10d6.
I rolled 23 dice the other day and got nothing. I got one. I got one walker on the stress die out of 23 dice.
That's so funny. All right, so this is 10d6 for my mobility.
Okay.
Yikes! I'm happy I got that 6.
Yeah, no kidding. You're able to, as he kind of gets distracted, the spin, the grip loosens enough for you to just kind of headbutt him in the back and then drop down 4 for Sunny as it goes and launches at the other one.
Okay, and I'm going to roll for
While
Sunny's
you're
attack.
rolling that, Luke, and on the bottom step, things are pouring in. Chaos is erupting.
Yikes.
And you've only got one leg. What are you doing? And Augustus, you be thinking about what you're doing because you're trapped on a roof somewhere else.
Sunny might take a tumble.
I'm looking for where my axe is.
It's nearby because after they did it, they kind of laid it down. So it's definitely within reach. So as you kind of stretch over and get it, you now have your axe. As Sunny launches at this thing, he kind of puts out his hand as Sunny grabs onto it, and they take their knife and just kind of into the side, and you hear this this whimper. Sonny's not dead, but he got hurt. As he
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
he's
throws Sonny to the ground.
Sonny, I'm about to say, Sonny's a big boy. He'll be fine.
Luke, what are you doing? You got your axe. They're kind of
Okay,
pouring through this door.
And it's definitely walkers.
As far you've not seen any of the other ones, so as far as you
True.
think, yeah, they all look like walkers that are coming in.
Are
Everything-
they any of them looking towards me, or are they just kind of?
They're kind of just
leaving me-
pouring in at this moment, like they haven't really found a target. They're kind of just pouring in and then just kind of looking around. Now, you being the only one that the moment that's not just scattering, you probably will be a target sooner than later.
Yeah, and it's not like my mobility's like
Now
one leg. So
you can try to get someone to help you, but you will need to get their attention and like convince them to do it.
who else is in this?
There's still a bunch of people in here. It's just none of your PC flayers. There's some NPCs in the room, but no one. Everyone at this moment is just kind of fight or flight, like oh shit, scattering. So unless you do something, they are not paying attention to you.
I just yell out. I'm going to use the axe to push myself up, and I yell out, "Save yourselves!"
Oh,
And I
the
launch
Grunthor.
Yeah, I gotta do my thing.
The Grunthor. There we go. Okay.
And
so
I am using my, what is it called? The drive.
drive?
I do what is right.
Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful use of that drive. So here's the thing. You are essentially fighting a swarm by yourself, okay? So the
I'm just
swarm size...
Without a leg.
Yep.
Without a leg, yeah. So what's that? That's a -1 penalty? Was that what it was for the critical imagery? Okay. So the threat level ranges from 0 to 6. The threat level is going to be like 5 when they come up at you on this thing. And then the swarm size is only a 1. So you got to get 6 successes. Normally
That's it?
Normally you have other people fighting the swarm with you. So close combat.
Drive gives me 1 or plus
2.
2. What?
Drive
2,
gives you
okay.
plus 2.
And I'll mark off that I'm using it. Is it still close combat?
With your axe, yeah, that would be close combat. Yeah. Oof, this is gonna be bad.
So it's 11 minus 1, so 10, plus 4 stress, for 14.
Right. You need a lot of successes. I actually think, yeah.
All right.
6 or 7. Let's see what you
So
get.
this is it. So yeah, I have 5 strength, 2 close combat, plus 2 for axe, minus 1. Plus 2 for my drive. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 1, 14. Okay. Well,
Let's go for it.
Martha, wait for me.
Nice.
Okay. I need you to roll on the Walker attack table. So a D6.
Come on, you're gonna get a 1. You got it.
On this point, you are getting surrounded.
Come on, double ones.
Don't like that.
Got a 51. 51. Okay.
It was
okay.
nice knowing you.
No, it could be fine. It could be fine, right? Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. I can't wait until I get my physical stuff in because I'm hoping these tables are on the. Okay. So, as you come in, as you're just kind of getting surrounded, you feel on your arm as you look. You take out one, you take out 2, but then you look around and there's another one that's just kind of scratched your arm. You pull back and you don't think that it's going to be that bad. Like, you still got this. As you try to hop back on one, you kind of forget in the moment that you don't have a leg as you fall backwards and these things just swarm on top of you. The last thing you see is this thing just kind of coming down and you feel this horrible pain right in your cheek as something kind of takes a bite and rips away part of your cheek, with it kind of grabbing into your jaw, and you feel your jaw dislocate as the skin peels away and you black out.
Enjoy
Love
the
that.
Luke buffet.
Now, what that has done is those that are kind of pouring in, are now getting a little distracted as some of them are coming up on this and bending down. And now 1, 2, 3, the sound of just gnawing flesh. People are screaming, but what you have done is you have distracted a bunch of them, especially those that had just come in, giving the people in the room with you time to escape. Before we get back to Joey, I want to hit with Augustus because we haven't hit him in a minute. What are you doing? Okay, at this point,
You better use those survival skills.
you're on this, and you are on top of this building, and they have kind of started moving. You've got about half the herd now that have kind of come, and they're starting to surround the building you're on. Not completely surrounded, but you need to act fast. What are you doing?
Oh boy. I am gonna painfully pull out some of my moonshine and start pouring it along the edges of the building to make it a little slippier, hopefully.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ready my spear for when one of them try and get closer, get up, and I'm just gonna plunge it through his head.
You're just gonna make a stand on top of the building?
Yep.
Okay.
Go off, King. We love to see it.
As they're just trying and clawing at this, you do see that the moonshine that you kind of poured is they're not really getting a grip. They're not great at climbing anyway. Give me a close combat.
All right. 3 plus
Or
4
Augustus.
stress. Ooh.
Nice.
Is that a 1 on the stress or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's a bunch of them. So you're as you go and you kill one, you kill another one. You go down and kill one of them, and the one next to it reaches up and grabs on to the spear, and it's pulling. What are you doing? So actually, let's do this. You have to give me a force. No, endure. Okay, what you're trying to do is either think really quick to let go, or it's going to pull you down. So let's see how this plays out. We'll just leave it up to the roll. So you can give me
Immediate roll.
Okay. So as you kind of pull your spear back up, it's got you, and it just pulls you as you lose your grip and fall off the roof into the middle of them. You now have a swarm around you. What are you doing?
Oh boy. All around me, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I mean, you got pulled off the roof into a group of these things.
Yep, that's good. I can only shoot one at a time. I'm gonna try and get up and book it.
Okay. You probably won't be able, because at this point you are completely you fell down into a middle of them. I will let you take the mobility roll, but I will tell you you have you're gonna have to get a lot of successes. You'll still have to clear the swarm in successes, kind of the way that Lucas did. So you can still do that, and I'll let you get away if you make it. But you take another stress, by the way.
Okay.
I'll give you a stress to give you another chance.
Oh,
right?
Thank you.
To hit
of course.
this.
Right. 5.
So
6,
kind.
This went so south.
All right, here's the hoping. Oh.
Give me that Walker
That's
Tech
good.
table. I don't see how you make it out of this.
Come on. 0-1, you got it.
Yep. 11s, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how an 11's gonna make it out of a swarm.
Yeah, true. It's just 2d6, right, for the Walker attack?
Yeah.
Table? Okay.
I will. 63. Okay.
Don't love that.
That's pretty high. Yeah, it's almost the highest I could roll.
You take
maybe
your gun.
it'll be like you get a buff.
You start shooting. You start shooting. One dead. The next one dead. You kind of dodge and dip around. There's one coming right at you, and you kind of leap for it and just kind of do like a slide underneath it, pop up, and you are running as fast as you can. You've actually made it out of the main area. There's just a couple around you. As you keep running, you kind of hit one with your shoulder, and you actually manage to clear it. You manage to get out of the middle of all of this stuff. And you run, you're booking it as fast as you can, and you make it to the tree, and you stop for just a minute, catch your breath, and you don't hear the one that's behind you as it comes up, and the pain rips through your back as this thing grabs you, coming around from behind the tree that you didn't see, biting you right in the back. It takes you by surprise, and the air kind of leaves your lungs as you feel a nice chunk of the meat right next to your spine kind of peel away. As you fall down to the ground, and those of you still in the church, back to Joey and Rebecca, you can hear someone right outside the church screaming in agony, rising over the gentle hum of the as Augustus dies screaming next to the tree. Fittingly, next to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there we go.
I mean, very fitting.
We are back in the room. Joey has dropped down. Rebecca, what do you do?
Okay, so when I had peeked out the door, I had a rifle and I had an axe.
Yes.
Or I had grabbed an axe. So I'm not going to shoot the guy that's holding Joey. When Joey ducks, I'm going to swing my axe, and because like the Rottweiler took care of one, right?
Not really.
The Rottweiler didn't do anything, and it got hurt.
Oh, yeah. Awesome!
The Rottweiler missed. It didn't have any successes.
Okay.
I like how Augustus went dark right after that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's still gonna like step forward and like swing her axe at the guy who is holding Joey, like at his head and neck.
He is kind of surprised by Joey kind of going down, so I will give you a free attack before we go into like a duel. So you get one free swing at this guy before he would be able to fight back.
Okay,
the way
what do
combat
I do?
works, combat kind of works at the same time, not like an initiative-based order. So give me a close combat roll, keeping in mind that you still have the stress.
So roll.
And also the axe.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the stats for the axe,
I think it's a +2.
Lucas? Okay, so
+2 damage, right?
That's for the big axe.
Oh, that's
if that's the same.
No, you took a smaller axe, I think.
So that'd be like a 1.
I think it's a 1/1, yeah.
Okay, so my strength and close combat are 4. I have 3 stress, so that's 7, and then the damage is 1?
Yes, so 8.
8, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then do I have a bonus?
The +1.
Okay, and then so it's
the
a
bonus-
9d6?
No, just the +1 from the axe. Didn't you already have that in?
Yeah, so I had the damage, and then is the bonus separate?
No, the bonus is how many additional die you get to roll. The damage is how much damage it does.
Okay.
So some things will do
Gotcha.
2 damage on a hit, where some things do 1. So
Okay,
yeah, sorry.
Larry.
Success.
6 is good.
So 1 damage, right, as you kind of come in. You manage to get him right here, kind of in the shoulders. Let me see if he drops the knife, though. He does not. He succeeds on keeping the knife. Oh, no, wait. That's fine. Yes, the knife, though, kind of clatters to the ground as he looks down at it. Now you are in a duel. So now if you want to take another swipe, he is going to try to attack you as well.
Okay. Can I kick the knife away or yell to like
Yeah, absolutely.
one of the kids to grab it?
You can, and he's not
Like-
going for it. As he does this, he's actually just going to punch you in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got an axe in him. He's trying to get you off of him. So what are you doing?
I'm going to pry it out of his shoulder and I'm going to hit him again.
Go for it. Give me another attack.
Like trying to kick the knife away or get it to like one of the kids so he doesn't have a sharp object.
Give me another close combat. Joey, in the meantime, what are you doing? Actually, you're down there. You
Oh.
pick the knife up. I mean, you're literally, it clambers right next to you.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I guess he'll kick the knife away as he like gets up.
Okay. Kicks it away as he gets up. You bring this back and you go to hit him again. He sees this coming. He blocks it. You end up climbing right into his arm. You do one more point of damage. He looks bad, but you have not yet killed him. He is kind of looking around for his axe, and now he's going to try to just kick you in the shin. So he's going to take another attack.
But he only has like 3 hit points, right?
Yes, so he's got one more.
Okay.
You deal an additional damage for each 6 up past the win you do, but you've just been rolling 1/6. So
Okay.
now you're rolling against him. So the way duels work is he has rolled to attack you. He has 2 6s. So you have to roll 2 6s to deal. You each deal damage to each other, and then if you roll an additional 6, you would deal an additional point of damage. So you need more than one this
Okay.
time, is what I'm telling you.
Oh, fuck. Can I use my drive? Like, I'm going to kill this
Absolutely.
fucking... I will kill
Yeah.
this fucking man. I'm going to get my kids out of here.
Absolutely. While you're doing that, are you having the dog attack again?
I actually think because he has a silenced pistol, he's at more of an advantage. So he just shoots. He just attempts to shoot this person.
Go for it. You give me a ranged attack while this is happening.
Dope. That's going.
I'm going to let him...
8, 9.
No, he's shooting the other guy, right? I'm assuming.
Oh.
The one across the way.
10, 11. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll 11d6 to shoot the other person because he's gonna assume the mayor's got it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm rolling... Please... Oh, I'm going to push.
But you can't because you got a 1 on that stress
I
die.
can't-
Yeah. If
Oh,
you get
fuck that.
If you get a roller if you get a walker on the stress die, you can't push it.
Let's see how I
Fine.
do. Nice! I
Okay.
also got a 1 on the stress die and a success.
You succeed though. So what's the damage on your silenced pistol?
2.
2. So you shoot him and you do get him, like, you get a nice shot, aiming for the head but not quite hitting. As you shoot, you do 2 damage and you go to take another shot. You realize that you didn't check the ammunition on this as you are out of ammo on your silenced pistol.
Oh,
You-
garbage.
On the other hand, close combat with just the 1, you go in and he manages with his good hand to climb up and grab it, and he starts trying to wrestle away from you. I'm going to do contested strength checks. Not strength checks. Those would be force. Because he's trying to steal your axe. And he's going to get a bonus because of that 1. Okay. So I need a contested force check from you.
So I'm doing
Not Blake.
like... Yeah! I know, right? I've had to like not say Blake is going to... do I still have my drive? Like, I'm going
No,
to...
that was for one
fucking-
roll. You can only do it one time.
Oh, wait, and then I have 3 stress, so it's 76.
Yeah. Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. You do... No. You did not roll as many as he did, and you messed up. So he manages to pry the axe out of your hand. Let me show you how that feels. And then he's going to try to attack you with it. What are you doing, Joey? Your gun is now out of ammunition?
He immediately whistles as he attempts to tackle the other guy, and Sonny's gonna go to bite the person attacking the mayor. So basically, they just
Okay.
switch spots.
Okay. So, give me an attack roll on that. the two people that are attacking each other at the same time go first. So he's attacking you with this axe. What are you doing?
She's going to try to kick him in the dick.
Okay, so give me a close combat. What's the axe? Axe is a +2, right?
I've been doing +1.
A +1, right? It's a small axe, right? Okay.
Yeah, no, sir, you are not allowed to change the damage just because it
sorry, I
changes
forgot. Now
hands from the big manly
Sunny,
hand.
get it? Sunny needs to get it together.
Sonny kind of runs in barking. He is trying to get in, but the guy, he's not able to really do any damage. He's trying to bite through on his ankle, and he's got these really thick, like steel-toed boots on. So I need a close combat from you then.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
He's wearing. Oh, sorry.
Rebecca, you rolled 1-6, but he had 2. So as he comes in, he takes this axe, right, playing you back right into the arm. You take 1 point of damage. All right, what are we doing? At this point, the guy on the other end of the room is running over. We're kind of entering from a duel into a brawl situation, so it's kind of moving on to the next. So here's how this is going to work, okay? And this will be basically the last main kind of combat, I think, for this one shot. So there's going to be rounds, okay? So there's a bunch of different things you can do. You can take one action, okay? So we're going to go through in phases. I'll announce what phase it is. You tell me what action you want to, if you want to take that action or not, okay? So the first one is taking cover. So it's going to go taking cover, range combat, close combat, movement, first aid, and other. This is a very small room, so there's not really that much place to go. So the first place is taking cover. Is anybody wanting to do that? It's going to be a lot harder for those in melee combat, so I don't actually...
Luke would like to. Oh, wait.
You are totally
I'm out of
covered.
ammo, right?
You are out of ammo with that.
Yeah, so there's no point in me taking cover.
I still have a gun. How much is the assault rifle? How much damage is the assault rifle?
Let me take a look.
Say hello to my little friend.
Assault rifle.
I was gonna say, who needs an assault rifle? But then I remember we're in Georgia.
Yeah. Almost there.
It's for hunting.
Assault rifle is a +3 bonus and 2 damage.
Okay.
It is long range. Let me make sure that doesn't impose any kind of like.
So I couldn't just hip fire it as he like shoots me in the arm, like at his torso.
You would have to. Hold on just a second. Within the maximum range, for instance, if a weapon has a range of long, it can be fired at enemies who are either short or long distance. Okay, sure. So the first phase is going to be taking cover, then ranged combat. So are you going to just try to, like, as you've gotten hit with this, you're going to just try to, like, drop that, get out your assault rifle, and just blow this dude away?
Yeah, like, I'm imagining, like, she has it kind of, like, over her shoulder, and he's going to hit her in the arm, and she's going to kind of fall back, and she's going to, like, try to, like, drop it down her shoulder, and then just, like, fire it at him.
360
So
no
two things are
scope.
happening. This guy's still coming out
Because, like,
with your
she's
axe.
really close to him, too, so...
This guy has an axe, so you are going to get to shoot first. Range combat goes first. However, the guy across the way has taken his knife, and he's looking to throw it at you. So we're both going to... You're going to roll your attack against the NPC in melee with you. Then the NPC that's across the room is throwing his axe at you. No, throwing his little knife at you.
Alright, so I'm rolling ranged combat
Yes. +3.
and agility.
The assault rifle has a +3.
Okay,
Range
so
combat,
my agility is 3, my range is 1, so that's 4, and then 7, and then 3 stress, so that's 10.
I believe so.
Okay, I should have used the gun from the beginning. I was trying to be smart, but I was stupid.
Guns are great, but they attract attention, as we saw from Augustus. But at this point, that's kind of fucked anyway with the church the way that it is.
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
Okay. He is low enough to where you fall back, the assault rifle in your hand. as he goes, you manage to get it out, aim it up, and as you're falling, just boom! At close range, it obliterates this dude. As that happens, as you finally land, though, the guy that's across the room takes out his knife. He did get 1 hit, so you do take 1 damage. What was your HP at? Was it at 2?
I was at 2, so now I'm at 1.
Okay. As he kind of lodges in the arm that was already injured, you're like, fuck. He is now weaponless, but he is like launching himself at you. Now we'll move on. Well,
That's funny because Joe was doing the exact same thing to him.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to say. So that was your all's action for range combat. Now you can have another action at the end of this. So now we move into close combat. So that's, I think, what sounds like Joey's going to be doing. So now you can lunge at the guy that's lunging at her.
Well, can I just bop him in the head with my gun?
Absolutely, yeah. It's still a close combat roll.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool.
You don't get.
Can I at least get 2 damage rather than 1?
I will give you a +1 and it'll do 1 damage. Like, I'll give you the +1 to it, but it's not going to do like
okay, I tried.
Damage.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You miss every shot you don't take, pun intended. All right. So that's going to be 3.
You did shoot this guy before, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
That's going to be, and I did 2 damage. That's going to be 3 plus 1, so that's going to be 4 plus my stress die. So 2, that's 4 plus 2, so that's going to be 66.
Okay.
God damn it! I'm gonna push myself.
Go for it.
We're not having fun here.
We're in the end game now. Let's do it. Yeah, Willowbrook. This took a turn.
Yeah, if only the gods didn't seem to hate us. 7. Baby, what are you doing? Get it together.
No. As you lunge for him, he sees you coming and kind of reaches around and kind of grabs you, right? As you're kind of holding all of the gunfire from where he was standing behind you, see the commotion, the gunfire. 2 walkers start to come into the room. He's now got you. He's holding on to you. 1 guy's dead. He now has you and his captain. What are you doing? This would bring us, that's everyone's action, so kind of back to the top of the round. Now there's not as many people, so we don't have to keep it in necessarily the brawl format. What are y'all doing?
Joe would attempt to slam this guy into the nearest wall.
I was gonna say, can we throw him into the walkers?
Well, he has Joe. Like, he has him, like, he's holding Joe. The kids, on the other hand, by the way, they picked up. They've started running behind you. So they've started running behind you, Rebecca. So what you're looking at is the kids have run behind you. There is a door right behind you for you to get out with the kids. That'll take you straight back upstairs. There is this one whisperer, unmasked whisperer, that is holding Joey, and now there's 4 walkers that have come in the other door. What do you do?
Okay. What would it take to get Joe out?
Killing the dude would do it. What are you trying to do, though?
Wow.
I'm trying to think of a way to yank Joe out. Push him up the stairs.
If you want to yank him out of the guy's grip, you would have to actually grab him, and it would be a contested your force against his endure.
It's not good. Those aren't good numbers for me. So my thought was, if I can get Joe out of his hands, I can try to push him to the door with the kids, run with them, and then hold the door shut, and hopefully the zombies would eat the whisperer, and then
all right,
me and the
that's
kids
what you're doing. Is that what you're doing? You gonna launch and try to just yank him free?
If I attacked him,
you gotta make a decision. At this point, another kid will come in. They're getting closer.
Okay,
Is this guy starting to?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Can I do, if I try to stab him also?
Yeah.
Like, is he hurt at all?
Yes.
Yes. He looks pretty hurt. Like he only has above table. He's only got 1 HP left.
Okay, so if I'm going to like do the mama bear cry and
Okay.
like try to run at him and like stab him in the neck
Go for it. Give me
with
a
my knife.
close combat. Do not forget those stress die. What's
Ooh.
your HP at, by the way? You at 2 or you at 1? You're at 1 now?
I won.
Joey's going to be the only
Feeling
one that makes
good.
it out of this, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, Joe's feeling good. Now him and all the kids are going to have a little Peter Pan moment.
I have a feeling, by the way, that if you weren't a kid, she would have just left you there.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Can I push?
guess what?
You absolutely
because guess
can
what?
push.
I would have probably done the same in that situation.
I think you being a kid might
Yeah.
have saved you here. Yes, you can push.
Yay!
Three!
As you run past the body that you just blew up, grabbing the axe off the ground, the guy turns around, kind of looking at the walkers coming his way, and while he's distracted, you just take it and bury it right in the back of his skull. As you blood kind of splatters out all over you and gets on Joey's, you pull it back. He crumples to the ground. You have seconds to decide what to do, as these things are right there.
Joe already knows what she's gonna say, so he starts booking it. He stops pretending to be an adult this time.
Yeah, she's going to be yelling at the kids to go up the stairs, and like if she has a second to kind of kick the body to the like on her way to like kind of get them distracted on that.
Sure. Yeah,
and then
it
running up
does.
the stairs
As you kind
after
of
the kids.
push it towards them, at least a couple of them stop and start getting down and gnawing on it. As you make your way up to the bell tower, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave this down to 2 rolls. You need to roll climb down the bell tower. Let's make it an endure, because that's what we've been going with. And then a mobility to book it. Because at this point, you think the only safe way to get out of the town is through the crumbled wall at the top. So 2 rolls. Endure, mobility. Then you're home free.
Everyone?
Are we combining them, or is it 2 separate rolls?
We're going to do endure first.
Okay.
So that's
And then
gonna
that
be
will determine
3 plus 3,
the
so
number of
6.
successes and what happens on the mobility.
Oh,
Okay.
Joe's out here
Joey.
fighting for his life.
Easily enough, manages to climb down the eastern side, helping also the kids as they come down. Rebecca
Somehow,
also.
somehow, Sonny's in a baby Bjorn.
Yeah, Sonny's fine. I think he has 1 HP left. He's not feeling great. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Rottweiler, so I already knew he would be fine. That's why I went for the 2 attacks. I said, never mind, we're good.
Frank's a pretty big dude. He's got him kind of over his shoulder, and the adrenaline is pumping. You've all made it down the side of the church safely. You look over, and there's a sparse few that have wandered this way, but it looks, for the most part, clear. It's 1 run. Mobility from both of you.
I get to roll 11. Oh, god damn it. Nah, we're pushing ourselves.
You can't push with a 1 on a
Yeah.
stress.
Damn, you're right, I forgot.
Okay, so 4.
This would have been a good time to have drive.
Yeah.
But at least I got a success and a failure, I guess.
That's true.
Come on, my girl.
How many stress die you got now?
4.
4. Oh, just under. As you're all running, you're running and you're booking it. You both make it. Both make it to the rubble. Okay, which is still relatively intact. It doesn't look like maybe 1 or 2 got through here. As you all start helping the kids clamber through, all the kids get out first with Frank, who kind of hollers back through. I think it's all clear over here. We can maybe hide out in this old tower. There's still a little bit of it standing. maybe make out first thing in the morning. As the two of you, being the last ones, kind of trying to clamber over, you hear behind you just. As you turn around, Rebecca, you see James walking towards you. The bullet wound that you put in his chest, as he brought his.
Oh no, she wouldn't. She wouldn't have put it
concerns to
in his chest. She wouldn't have done it.
The bullet wound you had put in his chest.
I was going to say
It was on
she's
your
gonna
direction.
She's going to turn to Frank and be like, "You didn't shoot him in the fucking head."
Frank's on the other side.
Like,
As he's kind of walking towards you, this man who brought his concerns to you after he had discovered that there was a possibility that the sinkhole that you knew about might open. The man that you had killed on your directive as he's shambling towards you. The only thing standing between you and freedom. What do you do?
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss too close to the sun.
yeah, she's gonna push past him and like she's gonna try to run.
Okay. Give me one final mobility check.
Just mobility. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, and then all the stress and all that stuff.
Basically, roll to see if karma catches up to you or not.
Hey, GM, I
Essentially.
sent you a quick message.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That's not a problem. We're almost done. This is the last roll, if you gotta go. Alright, let's see. Was that the roll? 6, no ones. You managed to push past him, climbing over the wall, taking one last look back at the town that you built that has now fallen. And the man who tried to tell you this was a possibility, who you didn't listen to, who you silenced. As you turn around, clamber over, and make your way out of Willowbrook forever.
She's gonna, when she catches up to Frank, she's definitely going to say, "You didn't shoot him in the fucking head."
He ran. I missed.
You didn't follow up and shoot him in the fucking head?
This is very much has if it isn't the consequences of my own actions was a person.
So
Like,
that will
like,
bring
it's just like, what the fuck?
that will bring this one shot to a close. I thank you all for playing. I know it went late. I'm sorry. We got started a little bit late, and then just the way that it was kind of going. I'm sorry. It went a little long. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all so much for playing. Those of you that were watching, thank you for checking it out. If you check this out on YouTube, appreciate it too. Beauregard, also thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I did see that come through. I'm not monitoring chat too much while I'm here. We do have some early morning, so I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. But again, thank you. We'll be back next week with Kupo Quest. If you're interested in that, it's a Final Fantasy-inspired D&D campaign. And if you liked this, let me know. Maybe I can run some more Walking Dead on this channel too. So if you did like this also, go check out Omega Ohm TV because I'm playing in a Walking Dead over there every other Tuesday. Same time, about 9:30 Eastern. But yeah, with that, I'm going to let these fine folk go to bed. And then I will see you next week. Thank you all for playing again. Bye.
The child survived.